behind. Hey, Jules, you were Johnny on the spot. It's good to see
Yes,
you.
ma'am. Hello, hello. I'm going to go shut the autofocus off my camera.
Okay. Well, mine's off, and at the moment it seems to be doing okay, but as soon as I say that, it'll start pulsing at me like it does.
I was going to say, I think it's something to do with whatever. Come on now, turn off. There we go. Um, whatever on your screen, whatever it's looking at,
Yeah.
that's what it seems to be. And I just got some kind of notification on my phone.
Yeah, that's why my phone's in the house.
Yeah,
If
well, I
anything
don't
really
get.
important happens, the kids will come out and tell me.
Well, that's true. Oh, you went live. That's why.
Yeah, I did. It was me. Sorry.
It was you. Uh-huh. Oh dear. Well, I'm kind of waiting to see if anybody else comes in because I wanted to tell them that these are in the files
In
section.
the group. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but um, and
Anyway,
I did a little prep. I've got a couple of sheets ready to sort of work on.
yeah, I didn't, I picked some out, but I haven't actually put them on cardstock yet. So,
Okay.
I'll
Well,
have to do that.
yeah, I was gonna kind of show what. Hi, Dorothy.
Hi,
Um,
Dorothy.
these pages, dear, are this one, this book margins with numbers, and the book margins are actually in the file section of the this, that, and chat group. I put them in there so you guys can copy them and use them if you want to. Um, Lisa and I were just discussing, though. Lisa, do you have yours so you can
Oh,
show
yeah.
them? We were just discussing how different when you copy something the color is. Um, Look at how tremendously different Lisa's are. Mine are different too. It's not quite as noticeable, but it's definitely different.
More red.
Yeah, yeah, more red.
Uh-huh. I like the red, but um
Hi, where the book ends. Nice to have you here.
it is good to have you here. I don't know if you've been in here before unless you've changed your name, but we're glad you're here.
Well, hi, Becky. Anyways,
Reminds me, I was
it's.
going to try to find my paper so I could write down
I
names,
mean,
and I can't find my paper. It is
okay.
truly lost.
Hi,
If you
Deborah.
would
Hi,
give
Linda.
if you would give us your name where the book ends, we will try to call you by your name.
We promise we won't always remember. Hi, Sana. Um, but
Hi, Deborah.
uh,
Hi, Linda. Mina. Hi. Becky. Hi. We're glad you're all here. Suze
her name
Garrison.
is
Oh,
Suze.
Suze. Okay.
Okay.
I haven't seen you in a while, but you did change your name. So
We're
we're
glad you're here,
glad
Suze. We write these down because at least I can't remember.
I can't even remember where my paper is right now, and that's frustrating.
Well, I have my paper pinned to my Becky's still working on her fabric journal page. I have it pinned to my upright that holds my lights. So
That's smart. I need
yeah.
to do something like that. Mine was just laying beside where I set the computer, the
Mm-hmm.
laptop, so it could just be right there, and evidently it got moved, but I don't know where. So
Anyways, since a bunch of you have popped in, I want to tell you that these two, the plain book margins and the book margins with numbers, are in files in the sections in the on the group page in the file section for y'all to use as you want. Caught Scott trying to cut a tree down. Oh dear. Hi, Maria. Um, Jeffrey
hi,
actually
Maria.
has been being pretty good. His back has been sore, so he's been trying to be a little bit good. Um, what we thought we would do today is put some painty papers on some cardstock, and then cut it up for postcards and do some doodling on those pieces. So I was just gonna. I've already got a couple of pieces ready, but I was gonna show you
What did you use to glue them down?
Mod Podge.
Yeah. Well, that's what I had planned to do, and I was going to do it last night, and then something came up, and I couldn't do it last night, and so I'm just going to glue it down with a glue stick, and then I'll try to re-glue the edges if they come up before I send them out. I'll glue the edges down with art glitter glue after I've cut them and everything.
Yeah, that's a wise decision. Well, what I did, I'll show you. I had these sheets that are 12 by 12. Now they're not very heavy, but a couple of layers of Mod Podge and extra papers on them, and it came out okay. And then I had my painty paper sheets, and what I did was I took a full sheet and then a half sheet. Let's see if I've got enough here to. Yeah, that one's going to have some white on it. That's okay. And I just did this. And I did have to make more Mod Podge, of course. I just got it on there nice and gooey and very fast. Got this on here. And I kind of did it in 2 steps, Lisa, because I wanted Mod Podge over the top. So
yeah.
What I did was I got this piece on. Like so. And then this piece. And I didn't try to get the top done. I didn't try to put the coat over the top.
Yeah.
I just got these 2 sheets together. Like so. And then I took my brayer and I squished it. Because I knew then that everything would be as stuck as it could get it if I used the brayer. And
yeah,
by not putting the Mod Podge over the top right now, it dried pretty fast, and then I went back and put the Mod Podge over the top.
Well, I'm just gonna glue some stuff down and doodle on it, and then I'll, re-glue what I have to, and then I'll varnish them or Mod Podge them on the top or something before I send them out.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I. That little corner for some reason wasn't stuck. So, hi Cheryl and Brittany. Glad y'all are here.
Hey, good to see you.
We just thought we would come on today and play. We thought we would do some doodly. We needed to do something that didn't require a lot of prep work because neither one of us were prepared. How about that?
And we weren't in the mood to think too much.
That's
Let's just be honest. We weren't in the mood to think too much.
Yes. That's really the biggest part, is that we didn't want to think. Oh dear.
Okay, where am I?
Jeff's been working on the flower bed, or whatever you want to call it, right next to my studio this morning. He said, "Oh, you're going live when?" I told him, and I said 1 o'clock, and he said, "Well, I may change my plans because if I rake over there, it's going to be too noisy." And he raked and swept and did all sorts of things, and I barely knew he was out there, so I don't think he was really being all that noisy. But he was, being thoughtful. So that's really
That's
what
right.
matters.
That is. That's
Becky's going to lurk and sew. I'm glad you're here, hon.
me too. I didn't get a chance to see your live stream where you were working on that. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the play back. I have been not doing a very good job of watching live streams lately because I'm trying to when my honey's home, I'm trying to spend time with him that's really, with him instead of like I usually do, which is to do my own thing in the same room.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Um, yeah, I picked up the wrong piece of paper, so this one's going to have to be trimmed down a little bit different, but these papers came off of a paper pad that was not, it's got this little edge on it. And I had trimmed a bunch of them to 12 inches and then somehow or another missed trimming this one. So, just the way it goes. Oh, it's not going to let me put that in there. Really? Okay. Yeah, Cheryl, no mood thinking is really the best choice. Mm-hmm. I also got out some stamps, my stamps that we carved in December. I've got them here.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I thought
need to do that.
I might use some of them. I didn't know what all I was going to put on here, so.
Now I really have to go back and watch after Mina's comment.
Becky said that she was going to pay attention to her stitching instead of paying attention to the TV because she was tired of sticking herself, basically. So I'm assuming that that's what was going on last night. I'm having trouble concentrating during the live stream is what's happening with me. I get distracted.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny because both my kids are needing to talk more than normal.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and I feel like it's important to be there.
Yep.
For them right now because being able to talk about whatever it is kind of helps reduce their anxiety and so
I mean they may not be talking about that, but they just want to talk. They just want your attention. Yep.
They just want to talk. And
well, mine's about to kill his father because he never texts us. He's just sort of not talking to us very much, which is not making Jeff happy. And he hasn't. No, he hasn't lately. He's been, he works. He's tired. He comes home. He's got, food to cook and stuff like that. So no, it's his normal. It's.
Well, that's what I was wondering. If it's normal for him to not talk too much, then that's not a worry. But if normally he talks to you a lot, then that would be more of a concern.
No, he used to talk to us more, and part of it has been his phone the last couple of years because he just went and got a new phone, but up until just recently, he was using my 2 times ago phone. So because it still had a keypad.
Well, I understand that. I like the keypads way better.
Yep. Yeah. Well, and
my favorite phone was one of those that the keypad would pop out the side, so it was long, just like a regular keyboard.
Oh,
and
really?
it had actual buttons. I loved that phone. But
That's nice,
my,
Becky. Hi, Patricia. Mine, the phone, let me see how it came out the side of it. So the screen was up here and the keypad was down here. And Brandon and
yeah,
I had the same exact phone for a while. And when his died, his actually battery decided to overheat his pant leg. Um, the battery had been swelling and swelling and swelling, and then all of a sudden it decided it was done. And when that happened, he happened to be I had already sent him my phone, and I had gotten a new one because it was getting hard to read the keys and do stuff for work on it.
yeah.
So see, now I have 6 pretty um, postcards. That's got something stuck to it. What's that? And it's stuck. So it's in the, okay. It's gonna stay there. It has to stay there. It's in the Mod Podge. Hello, Holly. Oh dear, Becky. He got hurt the other night at work.
Is he gonna be? Is he okay? I mean, there's so many levels of hurt.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you, these tear so nicely off
Isn't
of.
that the most wonderful paper?
It is wonderful paper. It is wonderful paper.
Oh, that's a pretty piece.
I like it. I think it should be fun. So I've got.
Anybody coming in just now? What we're doing today, we're just going to doodle and play and make some postcards. We glued some. Lisa's doing it right now. She's gluing some painty paper to some cardstock. I cheated and got mine ready earlier. Yes, he's okay. Thankfully,
Oh,
that's
good.
good.
Hi, Patricia. It's good to see you. I think I must have missed you when you came in, or if I said hi, then I'm saying it again.
But I think he's just, he's just busy, kind of thing with his life. He used to be, we saw him, almost every month or every other month because we were in South Dakota and he was in Omaha, and we would see him like late Sunday evening for dinner on the way back from a bead show, or we would stop overnight on the way down and see him, or stuff like that. We were coming and going through Omaha quite a bit, or we would go down and we would stay in a hotel and see him for the weekend, that kind of thing. But we just, it's been over a year since I saw him. So, and before that it was 3. All right. Well, Becky, I'm glad he wasn't hurt bad.
Me too. I decided to do one that doesn't have to be pieced on top. So once I get it cut, I can go ahead and work on it while the other ones are drying.
I'm sort of amazed at how well that copy paper covered up that the cardstock that I used, because that cardstock was very, bright and had a definite pattern to it, that kind of thing.
Yeah. You never would have known that you used something like that if you didn't
Mm-hmm.
show us.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't show through that copy paper at all. Now, I did use copy paper. I chose not to use any of the lightweight. Hi, Nashua. Sherry. Hi, Sherry. Not any of the deli paper or anything like that that I had done.
Yeah.
There we go. So now I have 12, I think, to work on.
Wow.
Okay, Mina, be careful. Well, I had done 2 sheets earlier. And like I said, when that one that I just did dries, I'll cover it up. Let's see which one looks. I think I like this one. Okay. What are we gonna do with it? I also got out some rubber stamps, these stamps, and some tissue paper, just in case I decide I want to do something like that. But I think I'm gonna look at my that's my trees. At these things. I don't know what I'm going to use yet, but I'm going to look at them. These are the stamps I carved at Christmas time, guys, or in December.
Yay, Brittany.
Oh, cool. Well, you don't have to have the backs done before Tuesday, because if you don't get them done, because Lisa and I won't have ours done.
That's right.
I've got one set of 4 done, but that's it. So
What size are you making your postcards?
4 by 6.
Yeah, me too. And I got these left over, so I may have to do. What are these?
Well,
I could do some 3 by 5 ones, but I don't know if those. I don't know. We'll set them aside for now. That's why I did 4 different bunches, so I could.
Well, you could put them on half sheets of cardstock and use them as cards instead of.
Oh, good idea.
Because they would be perfect. You fold a sheet of cardstock in half.
Yeah.
So that, I just happened to have some 12 by 12 paper. That's why I used 12 by 12 paper.
Yeah, okay. That was handy.
Okay, what do I want to do? I think. Do I want to do that? I think that's what I want to do. Okay. Okay, but I need a piece of paper. Boy, that last batch of cardstock I got is really cool. Really nice weight.
Oh, I hope that goes well for you, Holly. I've never done one of those. A virtual doctor's appointment.
I think that our doctor's kind of doing some of that right now.
Yeah.
Because, okay, is that?
Well, I take that back. I did one, but it wasn't with like a doctor that I know. It was one of those times when I just had some questions. And so there's I can't remember the name of the website, but it's a bunch of doctors um,
that
are,
that
you can just ask, they have one like for your pets or whatever, there's
Mhm.
different. It was like that. And I got my question answered, and it was easy peasy.
Well, that's what is good, is, easy peasy. I know that a month ago, Mom had a doctor's appointment, and when she went in, they asked her all kinds of questions, and then they walked her upstairs, which that's not, normal procedure for our particular doctor's office. And my brother-in-law said that they had done the same thing when he went in. So
Well, it's good that everybody's being, careful.
yeah.
And I know my mom, when she went in to have that x-ray to see if she still had pneumonia, they came out to the car and got her, and then they took her in through the back door, so she wasn't around any other patients. She never saw another soul except for the person who took her in there and took her x-ray.
Yeah. That's kind of how Mom's was when she went to the eye appointment. Julie, we're glad you're here too. Teledoc. Becky says teledoc. So, all right. I want my Posca pins.
Hi, Julie. We're glad you're here.
Just an FYI, make sure that you get your pins. Let your Posca pins dry real well before you go over them with anything liquid. Just an FYI.
Okay, I'll just wait till tomorrow.
Yeah,
maybe
well,
that'll be safe.
But I have had them bleed.
Okay,
so
that's good to know.
They
And
really
you definitely have more experience with that than I do.
They really, really, really need to dry well. They're supposed to be permanent. They're supposed to be acrylic, but well, Julie, we're glad that you're happy. Oh, okay. They'll work. They're in the same boat you are, Holly. As far as, not being sure what to do, they're all kind of working through it. At least I feel like they are. So, okay, so I have a feeling I'm going to make a lot of dots today.
Dots are good. Okay, I got some cute strips. Got to use for something.
I have a few little strips like that too. I'll use them somewhere along the line. Oh, I don't know. That one may be finished.
It's gorgeous, just like that. I'm going to definitely have to get my stamps out.
I may have to put little black dots on the little white dots.
Well, out of those 4 sheets, I got 8 4x6 cards.
Yeah, because that when you get
and a whole bunch of these.
Well, but see, those will, if you do those and then just do them on a half sheet of lightweight cardstock even.
Yeah, I'm going to look. I think I've got some just plain cards And I'm going to see what I need to cut these down to go on top of those. So I'll do that in a minute. Oh, thank you, Julie.
Yeah, Holly, I have to go in every so often for that too. Thanks, Julie. I think so. I'm just going to leave it sit there for a minute because I think though that I'm going to put black dots on the white dots.
Okay, now you've got me. I've got to get some stamps out. That's just too cute.
Yeah, that just,
now, I know exactly where they are, but they're under a bunch of stuff.
A bunch of stuff, huh? Okay.
Why do I do that to myself?
Well, and I have to decide what I want to do on this one.
Now watch them not even be in here because I just remembered I took some of them and stuck them up with my other homemade stamps. And then some of them I just threw in here. So, okay.
Hi, Teresa. I didn't see you come in. And Joyce is here too, and I didn't see Joyce come in.
Hi, Teresa. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Nashwa. I think I saw you earlier, but I'm not positive. I'm not positive.
Well, that works, Becky. Becky says now the computer can be loud enough she can hear it. Lisa was saying, "Hello, Tanya. Hello, Tanya." And I hadn't turned my headset on yet, and my computer sound is still not working. So, oh yeah, look at that one.
Oh, that looks great.
It's all by itself. Now I have to decide if I really am going to do something to it. I kind of have to, I can't just leave it like that.
True.
I just can't, that's just against my better judgment.
Okay, let's see. All right, I'm just going to get those out for now. Oh, here's some more.
Ooh, I got some of those. I think they're little small round ones.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Hello, my fairy treasure. I'm not sure if I've seen you in here before or not, and I'm not sure, do we have her? I don't know your if you have a name that you would like to be called. We always tell everyone we'll try to remember. We just don't promise.
Hi, we're glad you're here.
But yes,
yeah, we would like to know your real name if you're willing to tell us.
We're very glad you're here.
If not, we'll just have to call you Treasure. That sounds
there
good.
There you go. Joan is here too. Hi, Joan.
Hi, Joan. Okay, now I got to decide for what I'm going to use.
You mean which stamp?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, pick up a postcard, and that will kind of tell you which stamp.
No.
No. Oh dear. Okay. Well, then,
okay, I'm going to use this and this.
Okay.
Well, maybe I want it like that. Okay, so there's that, and I may add a little flower on it. Maybe this. Okay, let's start with that. You're right. It does make a difference.
Her first time, and her name is Angie.
Hi, Angie. Well, we're glad you're here.
We certainly are.
We're just having fun, playing with jelly prints and some of our homemade stamps and doodling and
And just an FYI, in May, Lisa and I will be doing a craft together, and we're going to be making an altered book, but with a fairy theme. Just
in case you want to join us.
okay. Oh, Tanya. What did I do, Julie? Holly did it. Uh-oh. No bloodshed. Uh-oh. What did Becky do? Oh, Becky's going to add the border, and then she'll be done. Okay. And
Ooh,
she's
cool.
going to use her machine to put on lace. Okay,
Guess I should come in a little bit, shouldn't I? Make it a little bit easier for y'all to see what's going on.
Yeah, now that you've finished cutting. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now that I'm one postcard at a time.
Mm-hmm. And see, the white even has to dry before you can put the black down. So, okay. I had a black one that was tiny. Where's it at? Okay. That's too tiny. One of these days, I'm going to get on and order the complete set of black and white ones in all the sizes, so that, but so far I've been buying them at Joann's one at a time. So it's like, okay, which size do I have at home? I forget.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I like how this one came out. So simple, but so cool.
Yeah, I do too. Very nice.
Ta-da! All finished.
I love it.
Of course, I have a postcard stamp for the back too. An Aboriginal art, sort of. Yes, it does, kind of.
Okay, well, there's some stamping on that one, and I'm going to let it dry while I move on to another one.
Hello, Andrea. Yes, Teresa, I opened it, and I think the video will be, I haven't edited the video. I opened it yesterday, and I thank you very much, Teresa. Thank you. Teresa sent me some really cool cutouts and stuff. Some die cuts that were vellum. Really cool stuff.
Now we're all waiting for that video.
Yeah, I know. I can't get them all edited on the same day that I do them. They take a while.
That's because you make yours look really nice. Mine just get thrown out there. I watch them to make sure I don't say something really stupid and that they actually videoed all the way through. But I don't do a lot of nice editing like you do. I need to start probably, but
that's about all I do is just listen to them to make sure that I didn't say something I shouldn't say. And then sometimes, I put some music over them, but that's just real easy to do. Sometimes I speed them up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, the speed it up and talk voiceover thing, I really am wanting to learn how to do. I just haven't disciplined myself to go and do it yet.
Well, I hadn't done the voiceovers until I started doing the lab book videos, and there's 4 hours of video on each one of those lab book videos that I have to cut down into less than an hour, because otherwise it's so boring. Which tonight is decorating.
Ooh, yay.
Yeah, I'm going to
decorate. One thing I do is sometimes pause my video while I do stuff and then come back and so that I don't have to have all those hours. But
Well,
um,
I've done that too. A lot of the lap book videos are 9, 10, 12 pieces that I have to stick together.
yeah.
So,
So it would be even more hours if.
oh yeah, I mean, if I did the whole thing, because I mean, there's a lot of you know what? These are so simple, but you're really cool. I'm
It
really
really
like.
is. I do too, and I don't think you really need to do a whole lot
I'm
to
done.
them.
I
Just what
mean,
you're doing is good.
Andrea, those are stamps that she carved in December when we did Carve December. Okay, let's see what else have I got in here. I've got this. Let's do something to this one. Yep, got to do something to that one, but I don't know what. I like how this one is not all the way on there. That's
Yeah.
kind of what adds to it. But if I did the same thing, then it'll be boring. Joyce is singing.
I'm just gonna do stamping first and come back and.
Yeah, Julie. I used some scrapbook cardstock that I did not like, and I put down a layer of painting paper that was on copy paper weight, and I put it down with Mod Podge, and then I went over it with Mod Podge and let them get dry. Lisa used some slightly heavier cardstock, I think.
Yeah, I used some of that cardstock that you sent in my
That's
box.
really nice and heavy.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. And
I just did a
mine,
glue stick to put mine down because I wanted to be able to work on them right now, and I didn't get them done before I came, so.
right. And I did these this morning because we talked about it last night, and so now they're heavy enough to go through the post. If I don't do anything else with them, they are heavy enough. If they don't misbehave, I'll probably put another coat of Mod Podge on them, just because then they'll be a little bit better protected. But I might not, because I just might not. I might just leave them the way they are. So. She didn't say doo-wop. Did I say doo-wop?
I don't know.
Uh,
I don't remember it, but that doesn't mean anything.
Joyce is needing a laugh, and I'm not any good at jokes. So, unfortunately, that's out.
And I'm no better, I'm sure. So, in fact, my brain can't even come up with one at the moment.
I have never been very good at jokes. My sister, on the other hand, is she's hysterical, and she does it with this super dry sense of humor that you just don't know about, just.
So you spend part of your time trying to figure out if she's serious or not.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The orthodontist that I worked for, from the time I was a senior in high school until I was, till Ethan was about to be born, he had that kind of sense of humor. So I learned how to detect, but it wasn't always easy.
And Jeffrey will say things just when you don't expect it, and just crack me up, just totally and completely crack me up.
Did you read Andrea's comment? Here, I'm gonna put it up because it's cute.
She just broke in and stole all my, but I was a nice thief. She left money. Oh dear. Oh my. Stole all my painty paper. Well, that means that we would have to
You just have to make more.
Yeah. I would. What sits on the seabed and shivers? Okay, we don't know. But I wouldn't mind making more, Julie. We just sort of thought that painting paper, we needed to do something besides painting paper today.
But we will do more. I watched Heather at the Craft Shack. Um, she's been doing a scene kind of things where she's building it up in layers,
Mm-hmm.
and I definitely want to try that. So,
Okay. Um, is her? I don't know that I have her on my. I haven't
well,
seen anything pop up from her. So.
well, she does it on Twitch,
Oh, okay. That's why.
and then sometimes I think she might upload it to YouTube. I'm not positive, but she's actually going live every morning. Well, every day. I'm not sure if it's. I'm confused about what time it is. Jules, are you still here? Can you tell us what time she goes? What time Heather's going live, where she's doing art on Twitch? Hopefully Jules is still here and she can tell us because she helps her out. You could hear Jules talk too, because Jules and her sweet accent are helping helping Heather out. So it's fun.
Oh, how fun. Now Twitch doesn't have a recording though, right?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. I think they stay up for so long and then they go away.
Okay.
But they're not recorded forever like YouTube is.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Jules may not still be here.
Yeah.
But it's Craft Shack. If you go to Twitch and look for Craft Shack with 2 A's, let me write it down.
It's KRAAFT, right?
Yeah. Craft Shack on Twitch. There you go. Oh, I forgot the T. I'm not very good at doing advertisements for people. Craft Shack on Twitch.
I'll have to see. I've never watched Twitch. So.
Yeah, well, you can subscribe, and then you'll get notices when she goes live.
Okay. I put a dragonfly.
She's the only person I follow on Twitch. Oh, I love you. I'm going to have to do that. I love it. I love it.
You know what it was? It was one of these.
Yes, yes. And that was why I even made these in the first place, was so I could do dragonflies. Oh.
It's not stupid, Holly. It's just it's just anxiousness because of not knowing how to do it. That's all it is. You will be good, I'm sure. I still want to put my dots in though, because we got to have the dots.
Andrea says, Holly, now you never look up symptoms, right? Because you'll decide you have a brain tumor. Oh, there is some truth to that. It's better to it's not always good to look things up because everything looks bad.
If you look at the medications that the doctor gives you, you wouldn't take any of them.
That's true too.
I'll come back and put black dots in the white dots, but I think that one's done too. That one might need a border. What do you guys think? The other ones didn't, but this one might need edged. Teresa's says her
Maybe some
dragonfly
black dots, black dot border,
a black dot border.
just between them, between
Okay.
the, like from the white dot around to the white dot, and then
Okay.
on the
That
other side.
I like that idea. Teresa says her dragonflies have square. I don't like pills either, Joyce, but I don't have taken very many of them. They have white and blue wings, but they have square on the end instead of round.
We have so many different colors of dragonflies. When we see them, I don't see them a lot at my house, and those are usually blue or green, kind of iridescent blue or green. But the ones when we go down into Palo Duro Canyon, there's like yellow ones and red ones, and I mean, just it's amazing. It's amazing how many different ones there are.
So looking going to go down there.
Well, you can still go when you come later.
I know. It just, it's sad. First,
It is.
we finally get our camper and we finally get to start making trips, and now we're stuck at home. And poor Jeff swept the drive. Oh, I have to tell y'all. Okay, y'all know how much I hate the leaf blower, right? Right. Y'all know this. Okay, so I have a perfectly clean driveway, and there wasn't a leaf blower involved at all.
Just a lot of elbow grease.
It only took him 15 minutes to sweep it. He just got out a big garage. Oh, that came out so cute, Lisa. He got out a big garage broom and swept it.
Yeah. Darren uses a leaf blower at our house, but just to blow the stuff off the sidewalk into the grass.
Right.
When you mow an edge, he just blows it back into the grass. He doesn't blow it onto other people's property.
Well, Jeff usually just leaves it there. That's just, how he does it. On our driveway, at least, he just ignores it.
Yeah, well, I don't know how things are going to be now that the kids are doing the lawn. I don't know if Hannah uses the leaf blower or not. Ethan does all the edging and Hannah's doing the mowing, so.
I think it came out cute. I'm going to put black dots on there. Yeah, until,
at least till Darren gets his shoulder back in good shape. So at least this season. Next year, he may go back to doing it, but.
Well, and the kids may feel that, that's something they can do, and they will continue. Okay, now, I also have out here these pigment inks that I got out the other day, and they're sitting here, so I should probably use them, right? Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
But I think what I want is this color, and
Holly's going to be okay, hon.
It will be fine, dear. Just they will talk you through it. You'll be good.
Just take some deep breaths.
That's right. Okay, let's see if I can get 3 of them in here. No. Of course, all the ink is on one side of these pads. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now I have to set that aside and let it get dry. I got these out the other day because they were sideways in the drawer. They were making a mess. Where can I put that to get it dry? Right. Oh, let's better put it behind.
I know. I wish we could all hug her too. We love you, Holly. Let me take a quick moment here. Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you for Holly, Lord, and we love her, and we lift her up to you right now, Lord, that you will give her peace in her heart and soul, and give her wisdom to know the right questions to ask and the right things to tell the doctor, and give her doctor wisdom to help her know what to do. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Sweeping is better exercise. I don't know who said that. I just saw it. But let's see. Yes, Julie, sweeping is better exercise. Uh-huh. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Way better exercise. Okay, this one needs some love too. Let's see
Hi,
what kind of...
Melissa. We're glad you're here.
Hello. We are just goofing off today, doing some just we put some painty paper on some cardstock, and now we're doing whatever we feel like on it.
We're stamping and doodling and just playing, having fun.
Just playing. Yep.
And Tanya's got 12 that she's working on. And
yeah, I've got 12.
I've got 8 because I'm, and maybe some cards later, but 8 postcards.
Well,
so let's see
and
how many of these we can get done.
I've got another sheet laying back here that in a few minutes, when I think it's dry enough, I'm going to cover up again, you know.
Cool.
So, and right now I'm just adding some stuffs to the to some of the cards, but I'm just, they have to dry. That ink really has to dry, and it takes a while. Pigment ink does not dry very fast. Does that archival ink you use all the time dry faster than
It dries pretty quick. It does. I mean, I've set these aside, but I didn't need to set them aside that long. I just decided to go ahead and do all of my inking and then come back and do all my doodling.
Okay.
So, at least on these 8 cards.
Holly, you're more than welcome to hear that. Have tried putting sticker on YouTube Live in past and it didn't work. For one, Julie, I can't ever make even the smiley faces sometimes don't work. It takes me out of my chat and then makes me want to have to go back, and it just makes me irritable is all. And that's not hard to do. I'm easily irritated. Y'all knew that, right?
That you get irritable sometimes?
Yeah, that I'm easily irritated.
Oh.
I'm very
said that before.
I'm easily irritated.
You must put your best foot forward when you're on YouTube, because you don't seem that way to me.
I try. It doesn't mean that it works, but I do try. There's not a lot that irritates me anymore. My next door neighbors are irritating the crap out of me, but that's beside the point.
Well, they must be, because you said crap, so.
Oh, excuse me.
Gotta be.
Sorry.
Gotta be irritating you.
Well,
I think I like that, just like that. I was gonna go all the way around, but
oh, that's so cute. I
need to do something in the middle.
Yeah, but I don't know
what true, Andrea.
I don't know what to put in the middle, because maybe because your flowers down there, I think you ought to doodle around those flowers.
I think that's what I'm going to do. Just bring those out.
Just bring those out, and then maybe a couple, a little line or something up in there. Thank you, Andrea. Yeah, this whole neighborhood is not staying home. We're just like floored by them. the lady across the street went to take her grandkids Easter baskets today. And the thing of it is that they're all coming over tomorrow night. She told Jeff they're all coming over tomorrow night for fish fry.
Oh,
So why did she have to go out to take them Easter baskets when they're coming back over tomorrow night?
because she's just thinking of any excuse she can to get out.
Yeah. Well, they go out 3 and 4 times a day. So, see, this, I just am adding some little stuffs to some of these right now, and then I'll go back and put something else on them in a little while. Let me put the dots on this one. Joyce is going to bring her weed whacker. Okay, sounds like a deal. But you know, if all of the neighbors in the neighborhood disappear, we're going to be in trouble. They're postcards, hon. Lisa and I are just making postcards. We put painty paper on cardstock, and then we're just decorating the painted papers. Just
for something fun to do.
That's right.
And some fun, happy mail to send out.
So
this one didn't stamp real well, so I'm kind of helping it out a little.
Oh, I've got some that didn't too, but I'm not going to worry about it. This one didn't stamp all the way over to the corner, but nobody noticed it until we started talking about it. So, or if they did, they didn't say anything. And Lisa, I apologize for my language. There we go. I like it. I like it with the little dots around the edge of it.
I do too.
We haven't inked a thing yet.
And Tanya, if that's the worst thing you say, you haven't offended me at all. I'm just saying.
I drove truck for a year and a half. I know some words. When I get really mad, I can string them together too, which is not pleasant, but
no, I will try not to make you mad.
I try not to do that because, you know, that just shows my inability to use my language skills.
That's what I always told my kids.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. Okay, let's see here. If I go like that, or should I go like that? I think that maybe. Yeah, that it's 4 letters, Teresa, but that's it. Yeah, it is 4 letters. No, I have a child, so you know I did learn to behave myself a little bit. Not much, just
enough to get by, huh?
Yep, that was about it. That was about it.
Okay, I don't think there's very many of them that need help, but a few of them did, and I'll be happier if I help them a little bit. So,
well, there you go.
It's funny how the ink sticks better on some of this paint than on others. I might not be having this problem if I had worked ahead and Mod Podged them like you did, and then they would all have a specific finish.
Well, that's one reason why I did that. Now, because the Posca pens like to be on top of the Mod Podge a little bit better than they like the paint, because
Yeah.
it's not that they won't draw on the paint, it's that it kind of scratches their tips.
Oh,
So by putting the Mod Podge over it, then it just helps my tips to last longer.
Okay, let's. Well, we will see what happens if.
What did I see?
I don't know. I just said we will see what happens when I try to use Posca pens on top of this.
Oh, yeah. Andrea said that I was scary, not, and
Oh, probably your trucker language and.
oh, when she uses pigment ink on anything, it will smear. Yeah, I'm not real fond of pigment ink, and it's kind of smeary. And see, this is okay. This is the first one I did. It's still wet.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's going to take a while. Did I smear one of the other ones? I know that this one, the square is way bigger than the
When you use stamps, dots really are what you need.
Yep. Yeah, dots are fun. My dad didn't either, Joyce, but boy, can my mom. So now I decided what I was going to do was to take these. I think it might be easier to do it this way. And make the same little design. Yep. We're just calling this painty paper doodles is what we're calling this today. Or what did you actually title the
Doodling with Tanya.
Doodling with Tanya? There we go. As long as it's not doodling on Tanya, we're good.
Right? That's right. Right.
Oh, that's why I have my hair cut short, Holly. And luckily, while we were in Red Bay, I got a haircut. I was lucky that I had done it then, because I would have been going a little bit crazy had I not. It was getting way too long. No, that's not gonna make me happy.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
What's the matter? What's the matter?
Made a big blob.
Uh-oh.
Made a big blob. Sorry, I got rid of it.
Suck it up. Suck it up.
Yep.
Jeff must have decided he was done. You okay, hon? Okay. Well, I just wondered. Okay, what do you got to do? Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, I can. Yeah, okay, okay. He just told me he had a project he wanted to do, but I have to help him. And that's not normal for him to tell me that he needs me around. He says I don't have to help him. I just have to be there to rescue him if in case the bed falls on him. So,
Oh, well, yeah, we want you there then.
which is he has put bubbled insulation. It's this aluminum stuff with bubbles in it. You can buy it at like Home Depot or Lowe's. In all of our cabinets and in the overheads and the closets and everything like that in the camper. It helps to keep. Oh, I love that, Lisa. Hold it up again. Oh, that's fabulous.
Hi, Janice. We're glad you're here. Yeah, I like it too. I think I'm going to stop right there.
Yep, it's done.
It's done.
It's fabulous. Um. Anyways, he has done all of that. Except against the wall underneath the bed. Our bed lifts up, and there's what would normally be like a box spring. Instead of the box spring, it's a big empty box under there, and you can put stuff under there. Well,
Yeah.
he hasn't done against the wall in that unit. So, Julie, you don't know what peeps are? Peeps are marshmallow. You need to look them up online. Now, people either really like them or they're really disgusting. If you ask me, I do not like them. I think they're horrible, but some people really like them.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either.
No, but then I don't like marshmallows. So,
Yeah. Well, I think my black Posca pen is empty.
uh-oh. That is not a good thing.
No, it's not. I have another one, but it's bigger. This is the only one I have this size.
Yeah.
And I like this size.
Which one is that?
The extra fine, I think it's the littlest one. 0.24. I don't know.
0.24. Is that this one?
It says PC1M 0.24 black.
Huh.
Anyway, it's the smallest one.
I don't have a 2.4, and
It's like the one that comes in the kit with all the
with the colors.
that size. Yeah.
Okay. Because I'll tell you what, there's a smaller one. Look at this one.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't have that one. It's not that small. But
No.
it's the smallest one of the regular ones.
Oh, the regular ones. Okay.
Yeah.
Since I didn't get mine that way, this one I have what they call a 1 millimeter, a 3 millimeter. Oh, these are white ones though. 1, 3, and 5. But what is this one? This is a 1 MR. It's a micron. It's 1 micron,
Yeah.
not 1 millimeter. It's 0.7 millimeters.
Yeah, this one's 0.9 here.
Yeah.
And this one was 0.24.
Uh-huh.
So there's a pretty big difference.
Yep.
0.13 millimeters. So what is this one in millimeters? I didn't. Yeah, 0.2. No, it's 1 millimeter. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. It says 1M 0.24. This
Yeah.
one says 1.3 mm. So I don't know. We're going to open it up and see if I can use it anyway.
Mix peeps with Hershey bar and graham crackers, and you got a good peep. And Teresa, yeah, nope. Mm-mm.
It's just a s'more.
Yeah, well, and I don't like s'mores because I don't like marshmallow. The only good marshmallow is a burnt one. That's my opinion. That's truly just my opinion. So, okay, so let's see here. What?
Yeah, I'm with Andrew. Can I just have the cracker and the chocolate, please?
Yes. Well, and I like graham crackers and peanut butter. We eat those for. I don't even put them on top of sweet potato casserole, Teresa, because I really dislike. Now I put pecans and brown sugar and butter on sweet potato casserole. Because I really dislike um marshmallows. Okay. What do we want to do here? What do we want to do? Don't know. 1, 2, 3. I kind of like that idea. Yeah, I like this idea. Ooh, graham crackers and cream cheese. Now that sounds really yummy, Joan.
That does sound good. I like graham crackers just with butter spread on them.
Oh, that's good too. Pineapple cream cheese and graham crackers. Ooh, you guys are gonna make me hungry. And I had a good lunch. I had veggies. I had a big old bowl of veggies. And you're gonna make me hungry. Mm. It's
Okay,
very interesting the way that the stays on ink sticks to the oh, that's pretty, Lisa.
I like it. I think it needs some white now.
Yeah, I think so. Cream cheese on anything, yeah, that's true. And Teresa had chocolate cake for lunch. Um, see, that's how I am about butter. Butter on anything is, makes the well, maybe not because butter on Peeps would really be disgusting, but
But they're disgusting anyway.
they're disgusting anyway.
Hmm.
Well, I'll tell you guys a story. Around my house, pie was, it was pretty much the norm. Mom didn't make a lot of cakes. My dad was not real fond of cakes, and I have two sisters, and my dad's birthday are all within days of one another. So, a lot of times mom made pie instead of cake for different things. And apple pie and cherry pie and any kind of pumpkin pie. Pie could be eaten for breakfast because, it was way better than a donut for breakfast. Well, my sister's husband was just adamant that you could not eat pie for breakfast. And I'm like, and what do you eat for breakfast? He said something about some kind of cereal, and it was, laden with sugar or whatever. And I'm like,
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. I said, I'll stick to my pie because I know exactly how much sugar's in my pie. But they are really cute peeps. Gorgeous, Lisa. That is just beautiful, just like it is. Now, it might need a word in the middle of it there.
Yeah, it needs a word or something.
Mm-hmm.
Something. I'm going to let it dry and think about it.
Onion bagels and cream cheese. And Teresa, I like onion bagels, cream cheese, and ham for lunch. That's one of my favorite sandwiches.
My favorite bagel are those everything bagels.
Mm-hmm. That would be yummy.
Yeah, with sour cream. I mean, with cream cheese.
Cream cheese.
Yeah. Haven't had one in a long time, though. Last time I went to San Antonio to visit my sister, we went to Trader Joe's and they had this everything bagel seasoning, in a jar. It had all the different seeds and all that stuff in it. And so I bought it and I thought, this is going to be so great. I don't think I've ever even opened it
Oh no.
because I don't have any thing to put it on. What do you put it on?
Everything bagels are really good, Teresa. I buy Jeffrey. I don't buy them as often. Oh, talk about a big old blob.
Wipe, wipe, wipe.
Oh no, no, no.
Works better with white.
Yeah.
Do you have a wet wipe?
Yeah. Yeah. Came right off. Thank you.
I haven't thought about putting it on veggies. I thought about putting it on my eggs, but I haven't actually done it. Or
veggies would be good.
And I've also thought about, making the keto bagels. They've got recipes for that kind of thing, but it's just so much work, And one of the things I really like about eating ketogenic is that it's easy. So I don't want to make it a lot of work. So I don't make a lot of the desserts and breads and things like that. I make the pizza crust because it's easy. But I guess I could put it on that and then just put cream cheese on it, and instead of putting pizza stuff on it. I may need to try that.
Thanks, Julie. Whew. Got it off. Obviously, my pin does not need to be pushed down. And Teresa, yeah, who was it? Oh, it's Sue's that's eating blueberry bagels with strawberry cream cheese. I'm not real fond of the flavored. Okay, I want a little bit bigger here. That was the
Okay, I'll tell you what's good is a toasted blueberry bagel with peanut butter.
Ooh.
That's good. I haven't had one of those in a long time either. I used to love bagels, by the way, if you can't tell.
Well, Linder's makes a cinnamon bagel, which is really good too.
Yeah. But
most of the time, Jeffrey wants bagels that are not sweet. And since I don't eat bread very much, I just don't, my sandwiches usually consist of meat and cheese, not any bread. A lot of times wrapped around a pickle.
Yeah, I roll them up too. Sometimes rolled up with red onion and sweet peppers.
If they're raw, I don't usually eat them. They don't like me.
Yeah. Well, I have sauteed them first and then put them in there, but that takes more work. But it's good.
Onions and peppers just don't like me real well when they're raw. I have learned that much in 62 years. That doesn't mean I don't like them in a salad, but it does mean that I have to pay.
We need to stop talking about it. We're making Julie sick at her stomach.
Uh-oh.
Too early in the morning for heavy stuff.
Sure. And not only that, she had the day off. Okay, so I'm not done, but that's where it's going.
I like it.
It's going to have little white dots everywhere, but see, I've played with enough of them that I let's see if this one's dry. See, this stuff is still not dry. Okay, and my fan is on today. I don't know. That may never dry. Hello, Mike.
Hi, Mike. It's good to see you again. We're playing.
Julie wants to talk banana and strawberry yogurt.
Well, that sounds good.
Roto-Rooter. Glad he's not coming here.
Who?
Roto-Rooter.
Oh, I'm glad he's not coming there too. That's
I'm going to slide things back and cover up this other piece of paper so that I have more to play with, because I'm down to 4 because I put that ink on several and it's not drying. So if I Mod Podge this other one, then maybe it'll get dry enough for me to use it later.
I hope so. It'll be frustrating if it doesn't.
Oh well. Mod Podge dries pretty fast when the fan is on. It doesn't dry very fast when it's not on. But
it's 5:27 a.m. for Julie. Wow, Julie. Thank you for coming to join us that early in the morning.
She had gotten up to watch Linda Israel, and apparently Linda's internet's out.
Oh, I'm sorry, because that's hard when you have something special you're wanting to do and it doesn't work out.
Yeah. Linda is Midwest, isn't she? She may be. Let me start over again. Somewhere along the line between here and Indiana, and probably just in Indiana somewhere, they had a little issue last night. Friends of mine were headed from here to Indiana. They had to get home. It's time to plant. They live in Alabama. Well, they did live. They're selling their house. Her name's Cindy Bell, and they had to get home because it's time for him to plant. And they left here yesterday morning, and about an hour from where they live, there were 5 semis and an RV in the ditch on their sides.
Oh, so goodness.
They apparently got a pretty good storm up there somewhere last night. So that may be what happened to Linda's internet.
Okay, question. Do I add anything to this or leave it alone?
No, you leave it just like that.
Okay.
That is just so pretty. Don't you think, girls?
I will leave it just like that. I'm not sure what to do with these ones that have the mushrooms on them.
Yeah. Mike, that sounds like good breakfast to me. Especially if you're cooking. Now, I like my breakfast food at dinner time. Things like eggs, and of course I have sausage. You need a fairy. Teresa says you need a fairy.
I do need a fairy. That would be good.
Now, a dragonfly might suffice, but you're going to have to make an awful small dragonfly.
Yeah, I'll have to just draw it.
Well, I could send you one, but it'd take a while.
I could put one of those fairies that Heather gave us.
Yeah, you could. Okay, so that one's ready. I think I'll make another sheet while I'm at it, because I'm having fun with these.
Yeah, I had the same question, Mike. What's a cushion?
Oh, it's like a coffee cake.
Okay.
As far as my remembrance of it, but let him explain it because he'll tell you better. But that's kind of what I think of it. Cheryl said they've had high winds in Virginia too.
I've never been a person who liked to eat breakfast. I mean, I like the food. I don't like to eat first thing in the morning. I mean, even back when I was a kid, I didn't like eating breakfast. And so, I can remember my kids thinking how cool it was that their mom would let them have pancakes and sausage for supper. It was because I wanted to eat it, but I couldn't eat it at breakfast, so we had it for supper.
Yep, yep. Um,
So I just eat whatever I want. I don't worry about if it's the right food for the time of day.
oh yeah, I just have to have protein in the morning. I cannot eat like Jeff has, bagels and stuff like that for breakfast. And
Yeah.
that is not enough food for me. I have to have some protein of some sort. I usually eat sausages and cheese for breakfast.
If I have
That's my standard go-to breakfast.
if I have carby stuff in the morning, then I'm hungry all day long.
Yep,
Like I
yep.
can never get enough food. If I don't, I do fine.
Yeah, it's like, okay, oatmeal. You're supposed to eat oatmeal. I'm like, I will be starving to death. Oh, shoot. That just didn't work.
Well, get them out and work on them, Sherry.
Yeah.
I have the 5 projects I need to do too, but I I haven't been I haven't decided what I want to do, and so for some reason, if it's stuff I'm doing just for me and I do it and I mess it up, it's not that big of a deal. When I'm doing it for somebody else, it's more scarier.
Uh-huh. Well, but you shouldn't worry about it because it's probably going to come out way better than you think.
Well, that's
Just,
probably
just
true.
will. It will be just fine. Um, huh. Okay.
Okay.
I'll bet you anything it would be just amazing. I'm having to switch ears back and forth. For some reason, my ears are really not liking head these earphones lately.
Uh-oh.
Well, I don't know. I think it's because I'm wearing them so much of the time because of my computer not being right.
Yeah.
Um, so I have another set of rechargeable ones. I need to get them out and see if they'll. I like these better because they don't have a thing around your ear. It just sticks in
Yeah.
your ear. But the other
Yeah,
ones,
that's what I like too.
yeah, the other ones have a thing that go around your ear. Well, if I wore them part of the time, maybe then these wouldn't bother me so much. She found some. Melissa found some pictures for her crunchy book. Yay!
Yeah. I think I've decided what I'm going to do in mine, but I'm not positive.
Andrea, are you talking about Aunt Beck? Becky's group is Aunt Beck's Creations, but it's Becky McCauley as far as her actual Facebook name. If that answers your question.
Becky Carr McCauley, isn't it?
Yes, I think you're right. It's Becky Carr McCauley. You're probably right. Um, but her Facebook group is Aunt Beck's. Now it may be a closed group. Um, you may not be able to find it.
Yeah, I know it was at one time. It may still
Yeah.
be.
Okay, it's a heavy custard pie, normally with fruit. Okay, so see, I was wrong, Mike. It's not really more of a coffee cake. It's more of a custard pie.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mike.
But
Because I didn't have any clue.
and see, I was wrong. Absolutely. Uh oh, don't slide around. I'm not fast enough. My ink won't dry, but my um, glue is. It's like, okay, just what I wanted. I like when you outline those
flowers.
flowers. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I'm glad I chose that paper. And that was why I chose them, because I thought it would be an easy thing to do that would really, kind of pack a punch for
Mm-hmm.
as easy as it is.
Oh, I just grabbed, and that paper's going down bumpy because it just is. Where did I do with my? Okay.
Melissa, we're going to put the crunchy book together at the end. You
Yes.
do all the pages, and then you punch holes in it, and we bind it together with something called a slip knot binding or a single page binding. I think it's called both things. And we will show you how to do it when we get to that point. But also, in January of 2019, we did one of these books, and we showed how to bind it in there also. So you can go back and look at that if you want to go ahead.
Plus, there is an actual tutorial on my
Yes, on Tanya's
YouTube
channel.
channel. There's it's called single sheet binding, and it's an actual tutorial for that binding on my channel. Apparently, I put my brayer away. That's why I couldn't find it.
Mike says he only gets those kuchins, or however you say them, when he makes them himself.
Mm-hmm. And my husband wouldn't eat one, so I would eat the whole thing, so I can't make it because then I would eat it all, and that would be bad. Jeffrey doesn't like he doesn't like bread pudding or rice pudding or any of those puddingy things. Any custard, he does not like custard. I think it's a texture thing. I don't know for sure, but which is fine because I don't like lima beans and butter beans and black-eyed peas, and now I do like a lot of beans. I like black beans and red beans and that kind of thing, but I do not like black-eyed peas, which they're related, so I don't know why, but I don't.
Well, I like black-eyed peas, but I don't like lima beans or wax beans or
butter beans. You wouldn't like butter beans.
Yeah,
they're,
I don't like
kind of all the same. So Coogan, yes. Coogan. Yeah. Andrea, not only that, I'm a slob and he married me, so of course I can find things. I usually find them 3 weeks later, but most of the time I know where my stuff is most of the time. Okay, Teresa, have fun. Okay, this one is ready to work on. And I am going to do those little white dots like Lisa's doing.
I love little white dots. Little white dots are fun.
I do have to put my glasses on.
And on a lighter background, I love a lot of little black dots too. But on these papers, I chose pretty saturated papers to work with, so white dots are. But I got out a bunch of other pens, but I think I'm liking just decorating them with black and white.
Ooh, I just spit all over. It's a good thing I wasn't on my regular paper.
Oh, well, that's good. Teresa's going to go walk the pups.
Yeah. Yeah, black and white dots. That's just, I might freehand doodle a flower here in a minute. Just because. you know, I should. We did say we were going to doodle. We didn't say we were going to dot.
That's true, but I'm better at dotting than I am at doodling.
Yeah, that's
But I'll
probably.
doodle on, uh, I guess I'll doodle on I'm outlining. Is that doodling?
That's doodling. Hmm.
Um, I'll doodle on some of the other ones and don't not do any stamping on them. But when you got stamps, you don't
Yeah.
really need to doodle.
Well, that's what happened. And I really wanted to use my stamps. I haven't been using them very much. That's my
Okay, well
head
there's
in the way. Dots and doodles. Yes. Hi, Mary. Oh, that's so cool, Lisa. Mm-hmm.
I hope my white pen holds out.
Well, if it doesn't, and
It's
if
the
mine doesn't, I have some more. I mean,
yeah,
they're not Posca pens, but I do have other white pens. I used to really like those Signa Uniballs, white ones,
yeah.
um, until I found the Posca pens.
I did too, and they dry out a lot faster,
Yep.
and I end up having spent that money for nothing when it still looks like it's half full. And
Yeah.
so,
The tip of them seems to get clogged up very easily.
yeah,
But I rarely use anything but black and white pens, so I haven't ordered any Pigma pens in the colors. I do have some colored paint pens, like Sharpie ones.
yeah. Well, the first Posca pens I got were that set,
Hmm.
and 99% of the time I just use the black and white.
Well, and that was the thing. I kind of knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
What you got scribbled down on, Lisa? What you got scribbled down on your paper?
Oh,
Oh,
Craft
Craft
Shack.
Shack.
I was
Um,
doing an advertisement. I'll be right back. Just a second. Sorry, got to mute.
that's all right. I'll tell him. Mike, she was watching Craft Shack on Twitch. She said that Heather is Craft Shack, who is Craft Shack. Anyway, she's doing a Twitch program where she's doing jelly prints, but she's creating an actual picture or scene with the jelly prints. So we were talking about it because I've never done Twitch. Okay, Andrea, bye-bye, hon. Glad you were able to pop in.
Bye bye, Andrea. Sorry I had to go cough.
That's all right. It is Heather, right? That's from
Yes,
Craft
Heather.
Shack. Yeah. I'm going to have to check it out. And Jules never popped back in to tell us
Yeah,
what time.
she was on with Heather for, quite a while, so she
Probably
probably
is
was tired. Yeah.
gone off to do other
And
things. Yep.
she lives in the UK anyway, so she's not
Oh, so
her
her
time is
time.
not our time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, she might be gone off to dinner.
she might be.
We're having leftovers, so I told Jeff whatever he didn't eat for lunch is what he got for dinner.
Well, that works.
Well, usually there's like I usually like cook for 2 days and then there'll be leftovers. And so if you eat one day's worth at lunchtime, then you get the other days for dinner.
That works.
And then unless we're not hungry at all, and then I have popcorn for dinner. I can have popcorn for dinner any day, but usually Jeff will have to eat something.
So what kind of popcorn do you have and how do you cook it?
Whatever the store has in a bag usually, because, don't have a lot of choices. And so I'm not sure what kind is in there. It's yellow. And he's got an air popper.
Ah, okay.
And he hates it, but that's what we've been using lately. I used to have a Oh, it spun and it had a little piece in the middle that spun. What
Oh,
did
yeah.
they? Yeah,
I
you
know
know
what
what
you're
I'm
talking
talking
about.
about.
Those break real easy. We had
Those
one at
what?
one time. Those break real easy.
Okay, we've been married 35. Wait. This year will be 36 years,
Yeah.
and we had two of those, and until about 5 years ago, the second one was still going strong. The
Oh, well, you're
first
doing
one was,
better than me.
yeah, the
I
first
had
one was
two of them,
a
and
wedding
I'm
present.
sorry. Go ahead.
The the first one was a wedding present, so I mean ours lasted a long time,
Yeah.
but
Well, we
yours
went
didn't.
through 2 in 1 year, and we didn't even make popcorn that often, and so
Oh,
we decided forget that.
yeah.
And, well, of course, we may have bought a really cheap one too, because there are various versions, but we use a wok, and we do it Alton Brown style with the
Ooh,
wok and the foil over the top.
Mike, do you suppose that's because Twitch doesn't have recordings? I know
What did
that
he say?
the he said because Twitch is nice because you can have soft music.
Yeah. Um, I
I
think,
really,
Heather really likes, streaming from Twitch, and I'm not sure, I haven't discussed with her what the advantages are, what it is about it that she likes better than just not having to mess with YouTube.
hmm
But lots of times she does upload her videos to YouTube eventually, so you can watch it on the replay later, but, or she edits them, down or something.
hmm
But she really does like streaming on Twitch. I'm just happy enough here that I'm not in the mood to want to learn something else. I know one thing you can do if you have the subscription to StreamYard is that you can, stream both places at the same time, and
Yeah,
Facebook too, you
right.
know, so you could stream everywhere at once and people can watch on whatever they like, um, which is cool, but I can't afford to do that. So,
Yeah. Mary, I haven't seen Jiffy Pup in the store for so long. I don't know that our stores have it, but we used to get it all the time for camping because we'd do it out over the fire.
I made my black dots kind of
That's
small.
cool. Yeah, that's kind of what we had was it was had a plastic bowl over the top of it and the little spinny arm went around. Um
Oh, okay. That's different from what I thought you were talking about.
oh no, that's what we had is it had a plastic bowl and then the spinny arm spun around in the bottom of it. And um I think the first one died because the bowl it got hot all of a sudden and the bowl melted. And
Mm.
then the second one died. Let's see. I think we're gonna do this. Yeah, I think that's what I want. That's what I want. Um, and the second one, I don't remember what happened to the second one. I just know that it died. And we went to the air popper because it's small, and we thought that in the camper it would be um, more usable. But Jeffrey hates it. It pops the popcorn out and all over everywhere, and he just hates it. But it still works, so we're not getting a new one. That's the thing. When it works, you don't
Yeah.
you don't trade them in until they're broke. So
Yeah. And that's when we just start. Well, my son and daughter really loved watching Good Eats. And when we saw Alton Brown do it in a,
in a
um,
walk,
in a wok, and we had a wok, we just decided to try it. And with the coconut oil and, well, you just can't beat it. It's yummy. And you
But
can
then
cook
do
a
you,
bunch at one time.
but then do you
So
butter it? But do you butter it too?
no, no.
Oh, see,
I
the
I
only
like the
reason
coconut oil, and so
bought a case from Amazon. Oh, she bought a case of Jiffy Pop. That's a way to do it.
there you go.
I like your dragonfly, dear.
Thank you. I like him too. I'm gonna have to do something. I may have to get some. I've got some clear glitter glue I may put on his wings.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would be doing something besides just black and white. Not that I feel I have to for some reason. I just
I was gonna say,
uh,
for some reason, black and white's making me perfectly happy this afternoon.
yeah, it is me too. Until I thought about that on the dragonfly, and then
As much
I
fun
think
to make as it is to eat.
that's right.
Oh, yep.
Well, they definitely still sell it here because I've bought it for my son because he didn't like messing with the wok when he's just having it for himself,
For himself. Mm-hmm.
And the deal of Jiffy Pop's just perfect for one person. So, well, he would share it if he needed
If he
to,
was,
but
if he was forced to. Yeah, if he was forced to.
yeah.
We know. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. It has been so humid and it keeps looking real gray out and then not raining. If we don't get some rain soon.
We need it desperately.
Uh, Jeff,
I'm
I
gonna
think
have to get out the hose and water my pots if it doesn't rain.
he watered the we have elephant ears right beside my studio, and he's been kind of messing in that section of the um yard because he took that tree out of there and was digging up roots and stuff.
Right.
Well, because of it, as he was digging up the roots, some of the elephant ears kind of came up with it. So he actually watered over there today, which we don't usually water things. Of course, we don't usually have to water anything. Even in July, the grass has enough water.
Yeah.
It is not right now.
Okay. I decided to add some bigger circles in the middle of my
Let me see.
flowers.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I like that better. Let's go ahead and do this one too.
Okay, Mike. Uh-huh. Mary can remember the commercials. I don't remember the commercials real well, but I can remember having the hang them on the wall as fire detectors. Oh. Mhm.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was funny.
Okay, you need to read Mike's comment.
That's what I was just reading. I have done similar things. I'm like,
Oh,
she just said that. And then I realized I had somehow gone back to earlier in the live stream. And I'm like, I didn't even know you could do that. But you can.
well, watching Mary lately, it seems like it's constant that it drops my life. It won't be that far back, but it'll just drop. It'll spin and then drop the live stream and spin
I
and
have been
drop.
having that trouble too. In fact, a couple times I never even bothered to get into the chat because it was just too much trouble because it was always
It was,
doing that to me.
yeah. Sue says it hasn't stopped raining in California since Monday.
Well, you can send it here, Sue. I would love to have some.
You put those spirals in. I think I'm going to put some little kind of half spirals in these center places.
I think that would look cute.
That looks cool, and I think now the problem is doing it without on the edge. So
let's see if I can do this glitter glue on these wings, since I'm finished with everything else on there, because I know it's going to have to sit a while.
yeah, I've got this what do you call that?
Oh, it's got a stopper inside. I was like, why is it not coming out?
I have these crystal drops, but they add dimension, and I don't think I want to do that on these postcards.
Yeah, I was debating about using a little brush, to put this on so it wouldn't do that. Now you've made up my mind for me.
Mike says they had a snowstorm this morning.
Wow.
And Sue says that it's headed your direction.
Okay, good.
Oh,
well, they said we have like a 10% or something chance this weekend. I'm like, well, that's not a very big chance.
I was going to say ours, I think, is 60%, either Saturday or Sunday. Okay. Are those white ones? The white ones are dry enough for the black. I want to put the black dots in the middle of the white dots. I like the layered dots.
Yeah, I do too, but I realized my black dots weren't big enough, so the white dots were kind of covering them up. It's like, well, that's not really what I had in mind.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't gonna. I didn't even think about stamping when I talked to you about this last night, and I'm really
I didn't either.
I'm really liking the stamps.
Yeah, I am too. It was an easy way to get started, not have to think about what to do, really.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's my dragonfly.
Oh, that's pretty.
So now we'll let it dry.
There goes the train. Okay. Yep. Partially, I like it because these particular stamps are kind of as graphic as the paper.
Yeah, it just matches perfect.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but this one is very plain, so we're just going to wing it with a hand-drawn something.
All right.
But I think I only want half of it on here, or part of it. And of course, you know, the hand-drawn something is always flowers, because that's just what happens when I draw.
Well, you draw good flowers, so.
I thank you. That was nice of you to say.
It's just the truth.
I also like to draw these little squirrely things.
Yes, I love those when you add those in on your those journal pages that you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh yes, add those, add those.
I like swirly things,
I talk to you while you're doing that,
Oh,
and give
you
you
do.
advice.
Oh, you do. Do I
Yeah,
listen?
usually.
Okay, well, there we go.
I love those. I think that's what I'm going to try doing some of on my scrappy book is doing small versions of something
Of
like
this.
that. Well, of the, with the pieces of jelly print and then the doodling.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So I think that's what I'm going to try if I have courage enough.
Why do you need courage to do that? You're I'm sure you will do just beautifully doing it. You don't need courage. You just need to do it. Just no worries.
Okay.
There we
See what
go.
Tanya's doing there? Those are swirly things, Mike. The
Here,
things coming out of the flowers.
what's this swirly thing? Besides something I used to do to my sister. Oh, hello, Barbara. Is are those mandalas? No, there's this. Okay, when I do swirly things, every once in a while I look at it and I go, "Ooh, that's a hole. That doesn't belong there. This one needs a swirly thing right here." You just got to know when the swirly things have to go in there, though. That's because you do. Um, I'll go get my book. I'll be right back.
She's doing a series on this book, and if you haven't watched them, you really need to. They're very relaxing, and they always turn out so pretty. Oh, that didn't turn out good.
Have a swirly thing. Huh. There we go. There's some swirly things. See, I do a lot of the swirly things. These are, and the point of this is the jelly prints are on a white background, so you leave white space. The center flower part is how I do. Oh, the center flower part is how. Yes, Barbara. Um, and then I add the swirly things. Um, here's another one with swirly things. They're not quite as swirly. But I do the jelly prints and then I go in with a pen and do other things to it. This one's got swirly things. And see, for a very, very strange change, I did not put white dots in the swirly things. I tend to put white dots in the swirly things. There's some more swirly things. This is one of my favorites. I just love this one. I don't know what it makes me think of, but it makes me think of things.
I love the ones that you did the very last time, where they
Mm-hmm.
kind of went like this, and then you put that teardrop in the center. I don't know if yes, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Yep.
sure. I guess it's because it's so organic, but it still looks like it could be a real flower.
Yeah, yeah, that's what they make me think of. All of them make me think of like flowers or plants, but they're all very weird, like they're Martian.
Yeah, or from the tropics or something.
Yeah, they're very
Yeah.
very strange plants. So
Anyway, I really do enjoy that series. I'm glad you're doing those.
it's kind of coming to the end.
I noticed that.
Mhm. Yep. I actually kind of started on the next thing yesterday, just so you know.
Alrighty. I'm glad to know there's a next thing.
Yeah, well, there's always a next thing. I just decided to do something different. I haven't decided exactly where it's going to go yet, but it's probably won't, the videos probably won't start till next month because of figuring out exactly what I'm doing.
Bird of Paradise. Yes, that's right,
Yes.
Teresa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Barbara, if it weren't for the math, mandalas might be fun to do, but I don't. That would mean I would have to think. And if I have to get out a compass and a protractor, I'm done. Okay, I think that the inside ones need little black dots, though.
Okay, I need to find my card fronts and see how much I need to cut these other things down to make them into
Mm-hmm.
card.
This flower has the measles.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's kind of what it looks like.
Well, I'm off where I can't see it, so.
I'll show it to you.
Alrighty. Okay. I like it
Thank
though.
you, thank you, Mary and Teresa and Lisa. A crafting channel needs to do a show and tell day. All the people working on beautiful items in the chat could get a chance to show up their stuff to a bunch more people than they may have. Well, Mike, but that's one of the reasons why we have silly old Facebook groups. Barbara says
So
there's no math. She doesn't do math. Oh, protractor and compass are just tools. You use a hammer and a crocodile, and that's true. And I have protractors and what you call it. Yeah, we use the Facebook group. Now then, Lisa, how do those fit on there?
Well, they're this particular card. I don't know if you can see it has a little raised area,
Yeah.
and I thought I would try cut them down to that size.
Well, put one on top of it and let me see. Oh, yeah, that doesn't. It
I
doesn't
need
give
to
you
cut
much
off
of a little
some
tiny bit.
anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to see how big that is and cut one down and see what I think.
Yeah, I'm thinking about white dots in the doodles, Mary.
3
Yeah,
1/4
Mike,
by 4 1/2.
you
It
should
says.
see some of these girls' work. They're fat. They do fabulous work. All those girls in chat, they do beautiful, beautiful things. They've been really good this year about showing off their journals that they have been working on with me on Sundays. And
Okay.
and there's a bunch of them actually that have channels too, Mike. I don't know who all that's here has channels. I'm not paying total attention. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. There. Okay, it's done. I'm happy. Let me see,
Yay.
Lisa.
I think I made it. I made it too wide. I mismeasured or I miscut, one or the other. So
Okay.
okay, it's not quite 3 1/4, and I did 3 1/2. So
Yeah, can one of our mods post the post the group what do you call that? The links to
Facebook
the group?
groups. Yeah,
The links to the Facebook groups? Could one of our mods do that for us, please? Thank you. You guys are not going to believe this, but that stupid ink is still wet.
I think I like it like this.
Oh yeah, that's pretty.
So I'm going to cut these down to that size.
That background. I loved this background. That's a piece of I used a piece of wallpaper on my jelly plate.
I'm going to have to do something with those.
But I understand, Mike, why you don't have Facebook, because Facebook can be a pain in the keister.
No.
Facebook and
I was not on Facebook at all. Everybody was wanting me to. My family, well, you can keep up with everybody. No. And I was like, no, I don't want to. And then I got to watching live streams and wanting to be part of that, and wanting to, post the things that I was doing. And this was back when Heather was live streaming on YouTube all the time. And so I joined Facebook, and I was like, okay. And that was before I ever started doing videos myself.
Okay. Julie, I hate gesso and having to cover up ugly paper. Try gluing paper to paper and see if it works. But Mary wants to know, Lisa, what was the shiny paint you used? I think it's some kind of glitter glue.
On the dragonfly?
Yeah, I'm guessing that she's talking about the dragonfly. Thank you, Holly.
It's just iridescent glitter glue. It just got it at Dollar Tree.
Your Dollar Tree had that?
Yeah.
The Dollar Tree
in red and green, and it was at Christmas time.
Okay, your Dollar Tree. Oh, the Dollar Tree over at Mom's side of town probably has stuff like that. Ours does not. Ours on this side does not. Okay, so I'm going to draw again and do another. What do you call it? Another, what you call it? Another
swirly thing?
Swirly thing, yes. Another swirly thing. Let's see here how we want to do this one.
Okay.
Oops.
Oh, I'm putting those on top, and I don't know if my dots are dry. That was not a good plan.
No, it wasn't.
Hi, Suzanne.
Hello, dear. I cannot believe I've run out of tea again.
Well, where's your tea slave?
Well, he's being very, very quiet. So he's either on his computer with his headset on, or he's checking his eyelids for holes.
Mm.
And knowing that he was outside in this heat this morning, he may be checking his eyelids for holes.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame him.
Heather!
Hi, Heather. Have your ears been burning?
I was going to say yours must have been burdening.
See?
She just said your name, and there you were.
I was telling people about what you're doing on Twitch, and
Yes, but we don't know what time. What time are you on Twitch? Jules is here too.
hey, Jules. We're glad you're back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't decide which side to cut off.
You're not hungry or bored, sit down. Oh, Mike. Oh.
I have a sign on my refrigerator that says, if hunger is not your problem, then food is not your answer.
Oh dear. Oh.
So if you open up the refrigerator and you don't even know why you're there, that's a sign.
Well, I do that, but it's not because I'm getting in there to get something. It's because I don't know what I'm there for. Okay, 11:30 a.m. Lisa's time. So Central Time, 11:30. Okay.
Thanks, Tanya.
11:30 a.m. Central Time. Thank you, Heather. I'll have to see if I can figure out how to get on Twitch. Been there all along. She was watching quietly. Jules was there all along. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Heather says, can she steal that and make a sign that says that?
Go
Mine
for
says,
it.
you are not hungry. You are bored. Shut the door.
Yeah. Any of those signs are good.
Okay. Now, Lisa, shall I make more swirly things or shall I make straight things?
Make straight things.
Okay. Got to have something different every once in a while.
Yeah. Okay. First thing I'm going to do on these, if I can find my Sharpie, and I need to do this on my postcards too, but
Barbara says that's 9:30 California time. Well, we all want to come play with what you're doing, Heather.
I was telling them about your that you're doing the I'm sorry, mine came unglued and lost my train of thought.
Uh-oh.
About what you're doing with making a scene on the jelly plate, and that I wanted to try that, and that they should watch. You got your book, yay! Mm-hmm. Hannah just got the book she's been waiting for. So,
Mary, they're all painty papers, probably from the jelly plate. That's what we're using today. What we did was we took jelly prints and glued them to cardstock. And so, yes, she painted them. But all of yours are jelly plate prints, aren't they, Lisa?
Let's see. Which one is it? These are no. Some of them are wipe off pages, but it's from jelly printing. These are wipe off and stamp off, but they were from jelly plating. Yeah.
Yeah. And that one with the flowers is because she used, just a minute, and I'll show you what she used on her jelly plate because it's laying right here, I'm pretty sure. I just have to finish making these black dots. Well, I thought it was laying right there. Oh, it is laying right there. This is a piece of a sink mat. Now mine is a little different than hers.
Yeah, yours
But
has more varied sizes. Mine's not quite as varied, but it's a sink mat just like
it's a
that.
cement. Well, Marsha sent this to me in some Happy Mail, and it's a piece of a sink mat. I have a sink mat just like yours somewhere that I was going to use, but I haven't cut it up yet. This one is the piece that I cut up that she sent me that was cut up. Was shiny paint, just craft metallic. Oh, she's talking about on your paint on
Oh,
your.
yeah, it's just craft metallic paint. Just let me show you.
Bye, Julie.
Like this, it's folk art metallic. This is antique
Mm-hmm.
copper. Um, this is amethyst, but it's also folk art. Trying to think what other ones I used. This is rose gold, but that's what those metallic ones are.
But Mary, we just took cardstock and glued jelly prints to it so that we would have a quick and easy background for to doodle on today. And then for the most part, we cut it up into postcard size pieces.
Yeah, I just didn't. My pages weren't as big as hers were, so I didn't get as many postcards out of mine. So I
Right.
decided to make the rest of them to go on regular cards.
Mary's headed to Amazon.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't find it on Amazon, you probably don't need it. Although right now that may not be true.
Well, it's not about finding it. It's about getting it delivered.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go get some more tea, guys. My throat gets dry with my allergies, and if it doesn't stop turning everything yellow around here, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Go ahead, get some tea. We'll be
But
we'll be back.
I'll be right back.
Um, I used a glue stick for mine because I wanted to do it quick. I'll probably have to go back in and like around the edges add some of the art glitter glue in um, to stick them down better. But like this, let's see, I think it was this one. One of them I noticed, yeah, see, it wasn't staying down. Um, but I'm going to wait till everything's completely dry before I do that on most of them. But that's what I'm going to do for the parts that didn't stick good. I didn't do mine in advance. Tanya put hers down with Mod Podge and then put a layer over the top of it before she got started. I'm going to put a layer of varnish or Mod Podge or something over the top of these when I get finished. So, oh, well, that's good. Let's just mark on myself. I think this one's dry enough. I can do the edges of it, but I have to be more careful because this one's not going to be laying down on top of something. These, if I drew on the back, it wasn't a big deal because they're just going to be laying on a, glued down to a card. But these are actually going to go in the mail as postcards. So, but I don't like the edges white. So I like going back around them with um, I started doing this when I was doing alcohol inks on tiles. I would go around the edges of the tiles with a black magic marker to
You already were because you were so quiet. My tea slave was awake.
thank you. Hannah likes my doodling.
Oh, that's so
That
sweet.
makes me happy because she's much more truly artistic than I am. Mm. But anyway, like I was saying, when I started going around the edges of my alcohol ink tiles with the black, and so I like having. Now I could just use an ink dauber and do that on the edges too, but so a lot of my stuff is right on the edge, and that might mess it up. Like these dots, it might ink might get over on them, so
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm doing this instead this time. Usually I would use an ink dauber on this. If I had done it that first, oh, that's still not dry.
Yeah,
Okay.
sometimes they
Takes that
sometimes
a long time.
yeah, sometimes they can take a while. Um, ooh, an entire metallic jelly plate session. Okay, Suze, bye.
Bye-bye.
Um,
The only bad thing about doing that is that the cameras don't like the metallics that much, and
yeah, I
it
don't
might
know
bug
whether I
people's
want to put.
eyes.
I don't think I want to put anything around that. I like it kind of just like it is, so I think I'll leave it.
I think
Um,
that's a good choice.
Melissa, what are you gluing your pages down for your crunchy book? What are you using for your crunchy book? It is a sign you've snacked enough when you want to take a nap. Um, yeah, my by the way, my tea slave was awake and made my tea for me while I did something else.
Well, that's good. And I accidentally made a mark on it because
Thank
I
you,
wasn't
Joan. You
careful.
made a mark on it. Uh-oh.
Yeah, right there.
Okay, no one will see that but you.
Okay. Well, I'm
I,
counting on that because I'm going to end
I
up
saw.
sending it out anyway.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. And Melissa, I agree with what Barbara just said. She's got a very good point.
That is true. That is true. They have a lot of different kinds of glue at Dollar Tree.
Yep.
At
They
least at
even,
mine, they usually do.
they even have Mod Podge, which is amazing.
Yep. Yep.
And um, I found that, sometimes the containers are smaller. So, you have to be careful when you're paying $1 whether or not that dollar is, uh, what shall I say, whether it makes it cheaper or more expensive. But
That's true.
when it comes to this Aleene's tacky glue, the Dollar Tree per ounce is better price than Joann's.
Plus, you don't have to worry about it drying up before you get a chance to use it.
Right, because it's a small amount. Hmm.
Yeah, which is something I have had to deal with before. So, okay. Now to doodle.
Barbara says it's a sign that it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, Jeff's playing a game. Um, I don't know if I told y'all this, but his computer, both of our computers have issues. Okay, now his is older. Mine is only a couple years old because I replaced mine, which was my laptop was 10 years old 2 years ago when I replaced it with this one. But this one has been an issue since I got it. It waited until it was 11 months old to start having issues. But it's had problems. Jeffrey's, on the other hand, is 8 years old, and all of a sudden its battery is not wanting to charge. Well, while
And
we were
buy
gone,
replacement batteries.
yeah, but you know what? You can't get a battery in and out of these key things anymore. Mine, the entire keyboard in the top of the computer has to be taken out. Parts of the circuit boards have to be moved to the side, and then the battery has to be taken out. That's what it
That's the
takes.
way, yeah, that's the way mine is too. But I thought if his was 8 years old, because my
No,
older one, I got a new battery for.
yeah, my old HP, I just changed out the battery. Anyways, he can get a new battery, but we're gonna have to get somebody to put a new one in, because it's gonna be very much like mine. There's no spot where you can just take it out. Anyways, since we got home and it stays plugged in all the time, it's working. While we were gone off on our trip, it wouldn't work at all because the battery was not charging even enough to start it. So he's just been dealing with it as it is for right now, because we're trying to stay home and not go anywhere and be good like we're supposed to.
Right.
But it hadn't been playing games, and now apparently the games are working. But he said he was so sleepy that he fell asleep at the keyboard playing his game. It's like, okay. Oh, not too good. Okay, Teresa, gotta go start dinner. Thank you, Joan, on the other one. Okay. Uh-oh. These are fun. I like these.
Ooh, that's pretty. I love it.
And it
It's just perfect for the background you've got.
I think it came out really good. And this one, I like the way this one is on its background.
Yeah, I do too.
This one looks like swirly wind.
It does. Yeah, those are gorgeous.
That I could take the
Bye bye,
battery out.
Heather.
Mike, I probably could, but it's not one of those things I want to do. I can also change a spark plug. I know how. I actually know what a spark plug is. But it's not one of those things I want to do.
I'm going to make a few swirly things here, so
Okay.
we'll see. I'm going to practice since I'm wanting to do that on my.
I'm going to tell you that sometimes you have to stand that pin up straighter. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
It just makes it flow better. Heather's back to website work. That website work is just, I hate website work. Okay, now then, I need to do something to this one, and since I did, let's see what else I'm going to do. See, it's working perfectly. You know how to do swirly things.
Getting some of them. But trying to keep them from running into each other.
There you go, Joyce. And I'll bet you 90% of the people don't know that cars had points. So, okay, what do I want to do? I think we're going to do this one. I haven't done this one yet. And yeah, maybe I'll do that right there in the middle. Yeah, let's try it. I can also reseat a valve, but they don't do that kind of thing anymore. When the Jeep needed a new engine, we just ordered a crate engine.
There you go.
Rather than going through a whole hassle. Well, honestly, the thing was we were going to have it rebuilt, and we ended up buying the crate engine because the crate engine, while a couple $100 more expensive when you're spending that much money, several thousand, couple hundred is not so much, but it had a 3-year warranty, and the warranty on having it rebuilt wasn't going to be very good. So we decided the crate engine had a much better warranty.
Well, you got to think about things like that.
Yeah. Um, I had auto mechanics class in high school, Barbara. Um, 2 years worth. There we go. Oh, I like that. Now, do I want to put some? I think not. I think that's the way it's going to be. Um, but at the time, I had intended to go into engineering, so I had done it on purpose. Then I didn't. So,
Ah, be careful.
oops,
I
be
almost
careful.
stuck my
Oh,
finger
that's
right in my paint.
it's beautiful, Lisa. It's perfect.
I love it. Make a card out of it. Yay. Okay.
And down here, Mike, everybody is Miss. Um, growing up, my son called every woman he met Miss, and then whatever their first name was, because that's how the kids down here talk. I mean, our friends, he would call her Miss Patty or Miss Karen. And I was Miss Tanya. When we
That's
went,
how it is here.
mm-hmm,
That's what, yeah. I grew up just calling my parents' friends by their first name because they were
yeah,
such good friends, you know. And the ones that weren't that good of friends, then I called them Mrs. So and so or Mr. So and so.
mm-hmm,
But but my kids grew up calling everybody, Miss this and Miss that. And Ethan even asked me once. He goes, "Mom, aren't you not Miss anymore if you're married?" That's true, but that's how they say it anyway. You just got to deal with it. Okay, but it's just wrong.
it's just wrong. Yeah, it's just
Just wrong.
wrong. About the only people that the kids called Mrs. were their teachers at school. Um, and when we got to Nebraska, and Brandon was so polite and spoke to his teachers, in a polite manner, they were all just in awe of my kid with manners. I says, "Yeah, well, you don't get away with that stuff down south." Those kids in that Nebraska school were so ornery. Okay. Now then, I have to decide what I'm going to do with this funny thing stuck in the middle of my paper. Yeah, powder puff mechanics. Well, I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a story on my son. Um, a few years ago, he was going to college for auto mechanics classes. Um, it was a way to take the tests sooner. By you have to have so many months of work or classes, and he had a class with this girl, and he said she was really cute. He really liked her. Oh, Lisa, I love that. And he really liked her. And I said, well, have you asked her out? And he said, no, she was too young. Hello, Mindy. And I said, she's too young. He said, yeah, unfortunately, she can't go to the bar and watch music. And he has friends that play music in bars and stuff. So while he doesn't drink a lot, he goes and listens to music. And I said, okay, well, I said, you could take her to the movies or something. He said, yeah, I know. He says, but the other thing is, Mom, he says, if I go out with her and then it doesn't work out, then I have to have class with her for the next 2 years because she's in his class, right?
Yeah.
So I asked him
Sounds like a
about her.
smart guy to me.
Yeah, it was very smart. I asked him about her. Oh, I don't know, 6 or 8 months later, and I asked him, if he still thought she was cute. He says, "Oh, Mom, I dodged a bullet with that one." I was like, "Oh my!"
Hi,
Oh,
Mindy. Good to see you. Oh,
yeah, powder puff is kind of, you know, it's a cute way to put it. Okay, so I have decided this is going to get dots all the way around it. We'll see what happens after that. Okay, my pen has something on it. I picked up a thread or something. That's weird. Okay, so now what am I going to do? It's bad when we get very quiet.
That's all right. They're not paying that much attention to us anyway. They're all just doing their own thing. Talking to each other. They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Yeah, it is funny. It's funny, Barbara. Well, you guys know, I've told you before, my kid can be really funny. He can surprise you quite often. After 2 weeks, now see, when I was in typing class, all of the kids had to take, everybody had to take it. The guys and the girls had to take it. And these dots are going to take a long time to dry because this pen is really juicy. I must not use it enough. Okay.
I like these little size for doodling. I'm glad I used the stamps on the others because it helped out, but this size is fun to doodle on. I say that at this point anyway. It's fun at this point.
I think.
Thank you, Mike.
I think this needs black around the edge. Yeah.
I need a circle stamp that's just that size. I don't know if I have one that's that size.
Well, hello, Lori.
See if that one. Oh, that's perfect. Okay.
Now, what is it a stamp of, Lisa? Hello, all about art. Oh, that's perfect.
Hi. It's good to have you here. All about art. We're glad you're here. I'm glad you're here, Lori. Let's see if we can. I may need to re-ink my pad here. This one just is not really wanting to pick up the ink.
I was going to say, mine is starting to think about needing re-inked.
Okay, I'm just going to do it real quick because if I can find it.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, I'm almost out of that. Good grief. I didn't
really.
I've been using it forever, but look at it. It's it's all messed up.
Oh my.
But it feels pretty empty, yeah.
Is that your archival, the brown archival that you use all the time?
No, this is the black.
Ah, okay.
This is the black, and this is what I've had the longest. I can't even remember when I bought it, to be honest.
Well, somewhere I'm sure I have a bottle of Stays on Black refill, but when I needed to refill my pad, I could not find it. And then I couldn't find one anywhere in town, and I needed it right then, so I ended up with a new pad.
She young manned you, Mike.
Yes, young man.
You shouldn't say bad things about Lori.
Uh-oh.
The young man you.
He said, "Cut off the lights, lady. She might not have seen us yet." Oh dear.
Okay, let's just hope this.
Lori says, "Do you ever work?" Oh, I have had to change so many tires, but I'll tell you, the night that my van had a flat, I was in Omaha and I got it, first off, I got a flat somewhere I couldn't stop. So I had to drive on the flat tire until I could get off the road. And by then I
Yeah.
rode the wheel. I knew that
Oh
was what
goodness.
was but I couldn't, it was on a road. I couldn't stop. There's just no place to stop.
Yeah.
I couldn't get the spare tire out from underneath the van. I was laying there for like 45 minutes trying to get this tire out from under the van when the kid from the grocery store come out. That kid, it was just amazing. He changed my tire. He took me up the street. His dad was a volunteer firefighter. The gas station pump wouldn't pump up my spare tire, so he took me to the fire station and opened the fire station up and got the air in there and pumped up my tire. It just, it was so funny because we found out, okay, this is Omaha, thousands of people, right? This kid lives next door to somebody that my husband worked with. And
Wow.
when we could actually tell his parents what a good kid he was because he wouldn't take any money or anything like that. Barbara, I think that they ought to do that now. My son says if you can't change your own tire or if you don't know how to change a tire, you shouldn't be on the road. It's not that if you can't change a tire, but he said at least you should know how. So,
I had a flat tire once way back, and one of the first things my dad taught me when I was getting had a car to drive was how to change a tire. And so I wasn't worried when I got a flat. I pulled over and I was trying, got out and was going to change the tire. Well, I could not. The lug nuts they had put on with one of those power things,
yep. Mm-hmm.
and I could not. I mean, I was standing on that lug wrench, jumping
Yep.
up, and I could not get it. And this guy stopped and he goes, "It looks to me like you need some help." I said, "I just need another 100 pounds." He said, "Well, I've got it." So,
Oh, funny.
and he
Uh-huh.
practically bent that lug wrench trying to, but he did get it off. So, but he was jumping on it kind of like I was. He said, "Man, I have never." It's like, see, I'm not just weak. Of course, that was back when I didn't weigh much. I weighed 100 pounds, and
Well, the last tire I didn't. It wasn't flat. It exploded. I hit something in the street with my rodeo, and sliced the tire. I could stick my hand through the tire. And it was not too long after we had gotten it. So Jeff had never taken the spare tire off, and that was something he would have normally have done and gotten it all sorted for me. But so I called him and he couldn't get it off. We had to call road service and they had to bring an impact wrench because that was the other thing. I called Jeffrey. I usually carry what's called a 4-way tire wrench. It's crossed like this because that way you can stand on one side
yeah,
and
that's the kind I had. Yeah.
mm-hmm, yeah, but you do have to weigh enough to make it go down. But
Yeah.
Jeff had he couldn't get it off. So apparently, when they did my brakes right after I got the car, they had used. I went into the tire place and I was grumpy. And needless to say, I said they'll never do that with the air wrench again. I said they're to hand tighten my tires. But I have learned at the tire place which guide to have work on my car. So. Oh, I'm liking this. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Okay,
That's
why are
very
we
pretty.
coating Elmer's glue on their snouts and dipping them in straw?
I think it was his homemade face mask for them.
Ah,
If I read chat correctly.
the poor cows. Oh dear. How are they going to eat all the grass if they've got Elmer's glue on their snouts? They have to have their mouths to breathe. And Barbara, yep. I kind of think that my kidlet's right when it comes to that. Last time Mom had a flat, she was in the grocery store. She'd come out, and she had already called road service, but they hadn't come. So she called me, and I said, I'll be there in just a minute. And Jeff said, well, do you need me? I said, no, I'm sure that tiny little tire is something I can handle. Because, Mom's got a little compact car. So it's like, so I go, and I'm getting the tire off, but the big problem with that stupid little car is where to put the jack. You have to crawl on your belly to find the spot to put the jack in because you can't just stick it anywhere. So I'm down on the ground, and some younger guy comes out and he goes, "Can I help you with that?" I says, "Well, I've actually got it now." But luckily, road service came along because the spare was flat. It had never been out of the car, so. Okay, that one is totally different than the rest, but I really like it.
I do too. That's very pretty. Very pretty.
Mike says he didn't glue them. They'll be okay. Oh. Mike says he carries a cordless impact gun. What is this tire I heard we're talking about? Oh, yeah.
We need your phone number, Mike.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll call you when we're in trouble.
We'll call you. Oh, I like that. It's totally different, and yet, okay. So I have to show you what I got done so far. I'm doing good here. We have show and tell.
All right.
Okay. Maybe I better show and tell this way, one at a time.
Yeah, let me put you big and show them one at a time.
Okay. Let me see if I can bring the camera in some. I think I can. That's as close as it'll come, but okay. First off, this one, which I just finished. And that color looks a little off, but it's pretty close. I really like how that one looks all swirly.
I do too. I like them all. They're all pretty.
That one's really cool. And I like what the Mod Podge on top of the paper did. It made it real easy to do everything.
Yeah.
This one kind of goes this way.
Yeah, I think so. Put some words on it, and that'll make it obvious.
Well, we'll see. I'll have to think about that. I love these. I just love these. This one came out real cool, too. I just like this swirly thing in the... It's like...
Yeah.
Okay, what is that painting?
Van Gogh's painting?
Yes, Van Gogh's painting. That makes me think of the sky. I only did one dragonfly, which is kind of odd, but I'll do another one. And I really like how this one came out. So, okay, I'm done.
Okay. I want to finish this one, then I'll show you what I've done so far.
Okay.
But I'm trying to decide.
My cards are rad. Yes, okay. I like rad. Mm-hmm. I'm going back out a little bit. There we go. So now let's see if this, none of that, I should not have put that ink on those pages because that stuff still is not dry.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Well, I am going to put some Wonder Under. I'm going to put some Wonder Under on top of this paper. Yeah. I'm going to put some Mod Podge on this paper. This paper has a bump in it. I wonder if I can. I apparently didn't get it smooth when I. Well, huh. It definitely has a bump. Oh well. But I think I'll use Mod Podge to Wonder Under it. She just tried to explain something from the 90s. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Thank you, Teresa. What was I going to say? Oh, I know what I was going to do since not everybody was here earlier. Guys, these pages that I did the other day, this book margins with numbers and the plain book margins, the files for them, I made what do you call that kind of file? JPEG files. The JPEG files are in the files section of the group.
Okay. Are you still there?
Yep.
Okay.
I was reading chat.
Okay. Just sounded like you were gone.
Oh, no. Thank you, Andy. No,
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, good. Well, that's still not completely dry. Okay, these are the little ones I've done so far.
Oh, those are so cute.
That are going to go on. Let me just put it on so you can see.
Yeah, you're supposed to make yourself big.
Okay.
Yeah. Supposed to make yourself big.
Okay, so they'll look like this.
Oh, those are going to be so cute on there. Oh, they're so cute.
Okay. And then I still have several more to do of those, and then the other ones I have are like this, and I'm going to put some words right here. Not sure what yet, but I'm going to add some words to that one. I probably will. I may do words on all of them. I don't know. This one too. This one I probably won't put any words on because it's kind of busy as it is.
I was going to say it's already busy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This one too. I could put something right there, but I don't know. I don't know that it needs it.
They don't all have to have words. I just love that one. I mean, I love them all, but I really like that one.
I'll put words on that.
I was going to say that one kind of needs a word or something.
Yeah.
But I think a word.
These three I'm going to put words on. So I'm going to set them aside and think about that. The rest of those I don't think need words. Okay. Who's buying a tractor?
Mike. She told him to buy a tractor.
Okay. Why?
I think to keep him busy.
Oh, okay. Well, that might work.
Yeah. Oh, goody. The one I covered with Mod Podge first is dry, so I can cut it up. Yes. Well, he has cows. At least Lori says he has cows. It didn't stamp so well. You know, Lisa, that was made with one of these white rubber things I
Yeah,
sent you, isn't it? And they don't stamp as well as some things.
they don't.
I'm,
I
yeah,
noticed that. And I was wondering if that was just me, if it was
no,
my imagination or if it was real.
no, it's real. They are not as nice as I would like them to be.
But
Um,
aren't you glad you got them cheap?
yeah, that's right.
But you'd think, something that was supposed to be made for that would be better than an eraser. But
Well, the thing of it is that are they made for ink pads or are they made to be used with speedball inks and a brayer?
oh, well,
Which
that's true.
speedball ink is going to give you, a thicker coating on your.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So, and
Sorry, Mike. Made him hungry again. It looks like a chocolate covered orange, he said. That's
oh,
true.
okay.
Sorry. So we need to turn it into something else real quick here.
Yeah, we can't have Mike hungry. We just,
No,
that's just not a
no.
good thing because, he's already having trouble with his pantry.
Okay, we'll just turn it into a flower because I don't know what else to turn it into.
I'm going to tell you, I made fudge, what, Monday? And today's Thursday, and there's still some in the refrigerator.
I'm proud of you.
Now, I haven't opened the bag of chips I bought because I'm afraid I'll eat them all. So,
Yeah, chips would definitely tempt me more than fudge.
yeah, chips disappear in a hurry around here. Okay, let me see. Which way do I want to cut these? This way and then that way. Yeah, I think so. Chocolate covered oranges would be
That
good.
looks weird.
What?
So now it looks weird.
Oh, add some dots.
I'm going to, but I think I'm also gonna fill in some of the tips.
From the
Just give it
tips.
some
Okay.
different something.
Okay. Chocolate oranges. Yep, yep, yep. I kind of like that. I don't know when he ate last, Mindy, but he's been telling us that the pantry is calling his name. Okay. I will tell you, if I don't get busy and make some beads, I'm going to be in a serious world of hurt next month. I've been so lazy. I made up the order I had to make, and I haven't touched my torch since. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. It's good to see you. Become one
My,
of us, Kathy. He's become one of us. We all go everywhere, and now he does too.
yep. There we go. Oh, I guess I'm going to have to break down and put a new blade in my cutter. I really am. I don't. Uh-oh, that one's not dry right there.
Uh-oh. I slid some of the paper back on mine because I did that when it wasn't dry.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit frustrating.
Well, and this morning I was really careful and when I was putting on the paper, so it was real smooth. These aren't not as smooth because I was doing it faster, and so they'll be a little harder to stamp and write on, which is okay. Went to Target. Okay, Lori. Um, I, I'm not. We're not going to do any of that. Of course, we haven't done any of that in a long time. I'll make a few calls Easter, but that'll be it. It's going to be Lori because he keeps going over there. He says he wants a sign that says, "You're not hungry, you're just bored." So, okay. If I'd have stopped at the Easter candy, peanut butter Easter eggs would have been what I had to have. Oh, I love those things. One year for after Easter, my son had said something about me and my peanut butter cups, and I said, well, I was in the store. He was in Omaha. I said, I was in the store, and they had the Easter candy on sale, and so I was buying peanut butter eggs because they're different than peanut butter cups, but I like them both.
Yeah.
And it was, I don't know, probably a month later that we went to see him. He had bought me this Reese's peanut butter egg that was like this big. I mean, it was huge, like maybe a pound for one peanut butter egg. But then he had also bought me bags of the little ones. I mean, I must have had peanut butter eggs for 6 months. It was like so funny. He's like, well, they were on special, Mom. I'm like, okay, I'll take them anytime you want to buy me Easter eggs. I'm gonna like just eat them. Yup, yup. Okay, we're going for this on there. Oh, I don't. Yeah. Oh, cotton candy peeps. That would be even worse than regular peeps. But Lori, I'm really more of a salt. The salt is really my thing. I like chips and popcorn. Of course, popcorn is just a vehicle to eat butter.
Yeah. Butter and salt. That's
Butter and salt. Yep. Uh-huh. Okay, what do I want to do with it from there? Uh-oh. When Sarah gets home, Mike is going to end up with black eyes because there won't be anything for her to eat. Oh, not good. That is not good.
That's when you call and say, honey, wouldn't you like to pick up something so you can relax when you get home and not have to cook anything?
Oh, Lisa, that's coming out so good. I love it.
Thanks. Me too. I messed up on my spacing on the dots because I forgot I was doing them close together and I did them far apart on one side. And then I had to go back and put them in between. So they're closer than the other ones. It's like,
Well,
either
Kathy,
going to be too far apart or too close.
I don't know if it's considered essential, but it's in the store with all the other essentials. Oh, Laura's going to put salt on her peeps.
There you go.
Woo!
Well, my kids told me that ice cream is essential, so Brahms had better stay open. Of course, Brahms carries food and they do drive-through orders for, so they've got lots of reasons they can stay open. But anyway, okay, I think I'm liking that one.
Oh, that is pretty.
Okay, let's see what we can do with this one.
Mike says he has her wine slushy ready so that she won't even notice.
There you go.
Oh dear.
You've been married a while, haven't you, Mike?
Uh-huh.
Got it all figured out.
Uh-huh. Well, if my husband got me a wine slushy, I'd want to know what girl he was hanging out with. That I will tell you. I'd know immediately he was hanging out with somebody besides me. I am not a wine slushy kind of girl.
Yeah, me either. But I used to be. I mean, I liked what I liked was like fuzzy navel wine coolers. Didn't drink them very often, but I liked them.
No, no,
But I
no.
can't do that anymore.
Cinnamon whiskey right over ice.
Oh, that sounds good, actually.
Oh, it's very good. It is by for good. Which makes me think I haven't had one of those in probably 2 months. So
Well, guess what my husband came home with last night?
what?
A
Beer?
bundt cake from Nothing Bundt Cakes,
Ooh.
chocolate. He said, "Honey, I'm trying to support our hometown companies. Got to keep them open, you know." I said,
Mm,
"Well, that's fine. You know we don't need this, but I'm going to eat mine. I'm going to eat my part." We did decide to share it with the kids so we wouldn't eat too much.
I see. Okay. Put it in root beer? No, I have put it in cream soda, Mike. Um, I prefer it straight, really, but I have put it in cream soda. And I will tell you, it is good in cream soda. It's good in whatever you put it in. My husband thought I was crazy, though. I had been buying, a little bottle. We were in Sam's. Now, this is a year, 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. They have this gallon bottle with the handle on it, right? And it's the price of this little bottle that I've been buying for the same huge amount, same price. Well, I still have that same giant bottle and it won't fit anywhere. So he says I have to go back to buying it in little bottles. But okay, I'm liking this, but it of course needs its stuff. No, not wine and root beer, Lori. Cinnamon whiskey and root beer.
I have never tried cinnamon whiskey. I used to like Captain Morgan's spiced rum in my Coke.
Oh yes, Captain Morgan and I happen to like Captain Morgan and orange juice. Is Hot Damn like Fireball, Mike? Probably is. Fireball is like eating one of those red hot jawbreakers, Lisa.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's really good. That's
You remember
really cool.
those suckers that were like a square, cinnamon square, a
I
cube
don't.
on a stick that were cinnamon
Oh,
flavored?
that would be good.
Oh, I loved those. Hadn't thought about those in a long time.
I will have to try it with some root beer next time I go to the store. I'll have to buy a root beer because that sounds really good. It's good in what do you call it? It's good in cream soda. That I know. Oh, I don't use diet anything, Lori. Um, and yeah, it probably does have a lot of sugar. That's cinnamon pickles. Oh, I love cinnamon pickles. Oh, I haven't made those in a long time. We're talking about food again.
I noticed. I'm getting hungry.
Well, I'm not, but I've had tea, so I'm good.
Yeah, well, I've got my tea. I just need to stop and drink some of it. That'll help.
Yeah.
But I gotta finish giving this card the pox here. I can. Um,
Oh, Lori's like Southern Comfort and Diet Coke. Let's see. Brandon was 4 when we gave up Diet Coke.
I've never drank it. I always figured out if I'm not, I want the real stuff or nothing at all.
Well, when I realized what what the aspartame and
Yeah,
the diet stuffs do to you, that's why we quit drinking it.
yeah. Well, I never drank it, but I had some friends who showed it was pretty obvious why you shouldn't drink it after she got
Hmm.
um,
Yeah.
um but
Sometimes simple is really good. It needs black dots to go with it. Buy pickles and add cinnamon. Mm, not
I'm
quite
sure
the
that would
same.
work.
Like, oh, Mindy, when I made them, and I don't know how everybody makes them, um, I made them with those red hot cinnamon candies, those little tiny red candies that are cinnamony. So they turn the pickles really red. Um, and they're just really good. They're sweet, but cinnamon. And they take a long time to cook. Um, if I remember right, it's like a 3-day deal to make the cinnamon pickles. And hi, Jude. Red Hots. Yep. Teresa says she
I
uses Red
do.
Hots for hers too. Those are going to make really cute cards, Lisa.
I think so. I think so. And I'm not a person who generally likes making cards. I don't know why. I guess I always feel like they're not I don't do it good enough or something, but I'm enjoying doing this.
There
I'm
you
having
go.
fun. So I think I'm
Do
gonna
you
have
know
to
that?
buy me a package of the black and white pens too.
Yeah, I think that that's on my agenda. I didn't buy myself anything for my birthday, and I deserve a present for my birthday. So
Absolutely.
well, especially since I get a check because of it.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, and it
Might
came.
as well use it.
Yeah, well, it's gonna have to make the motorhome payment. Can't drop Red Hots in a jar and let it sit for a bit. Um, that they don't have as much salt as most pickles, but I don't know. You could try it, Mindy. Who knows? I mean, if you try it, let me know what happens. And Lisa, do you know what time it is?
It's almost 4:30.
Yeah, I didn't realize how long we've been on here. Is this dry? Let me see if it's
Well, I
dry.
looked a minute ago and it was 4 o'clock, and I thought, well, we can stay on till 4:30.
Oh
I
yeah.
do need to get off at about 4:30, but I want to, I want to finish, and I'm not going to be able to finish. But
Well, since I just cut out some more, I'm not going to be able to either. So, but that's okay. We can do it again.
yeah, I'm sure we will.
Yeah. Just so I don't forget, guys, don't forget that Lisa and I are streaming every Tuesday this month at noon Central Time. We're switching back and forth on channels. So next week it will be on my channel at noon on Tuesday. And we're going to continue working on our Scrappy Crunchy book next Tuesday. So, and of course, we're doing our regular live streams. And then sometimes towards the end of the week, like this week, we're just going to possibly be on. It'll all just depend.
Yeah,
We're not going to make a plan on towards the end of the week.
we just do it when we can.
That's right. There. Oh, Holly, they're really good. I also used to make dill pickles with zucchini dip. I made zucchini dill pickles, and we really liked them. Um, I I think this one came out cool.
I think it did too. It's very pretty. It almost looks Western,
Yes. Mhm.
like a wagon wheel and tumbleweeds, you know.
Mhm.
I like it.
They all have so many. There's so many different looks to them. I'm just really pleased with how they're coming out.
Thank you, Jules. You too.
Bye bye, hon.
Thanks for coming.
Teresa, we've
Oh,
done that before, but have you also made the sugar eggs and put the designs inside of them? I used to do that. Oh, I can't remember. It's been a long time ago. Very long time ago. I had one uncle that loved doing that. Do I want to put a flower in there? Or do I want to put hmm, 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 hmm. They were made with the egg themselves were made with sugar, Teresa, and then um, you you they were made in two halves, and they were like a quarter inch thick sugar, and then after you did made this sugar egg, you used frosting. It was horrible around the outside, and then after that it you decorated inside of them. Holly has the
thank
taste
you.
buds of a 5-year-old. Uh-huh. Oh, I don't like that. Not at all. Okay, we'll just have to fix that.
I'm going to have to quit here in a minute. My pens are running out of stuff.
Okay, well that's fine. I probably need to quit pretty soon anyways, because there are things that I need to do in my day.
Me
Yeah.
too. It'd be good if I did them before my husband got home.
Oh,
He would
mine's
be
home.
surprised if I'm not, but he
Mine's
wouldn't be
home.
surprised if they're not done.
Mine doesn't
That's
expect me
true.
to do anything during the course of a day, so that is a good thing. He learned a long time ago not to have any expectations.
Well, trust me, Darren's expectations have gone way down. They had to because
Oh
that looks like
dear.
a bandana.
Oh, it does. That's so cool.
Oh, I think I got two more to go, but I don't think I can. I don't think I can do them. I barely got the white and black to work for that, so we're gonna
So
have
it's
to just
time to quit.
do something else with these. So, and all these little scrappy bits.
We don't. Who doesn't eat okra?
Oh.
I love okra, but up here people do not eat it. No, they don't eat it much. Of course, I only like okra when it's fried. I do not like
Uh,
okra when it's in oh, what do you call that? Jambalaya or
oh,
something like that.
yeah.
When it's
I
slimy.
do if you put some vinegar in it or tomatoes, something like that, that cuts the slime. Then
Yeah.
it's okay. But I don't like it like boiled okra. My
Yeah.
mom likes it just like that, and I just can't
No,
do that.
no,
But
fried.
um, fried is good. Fried is really good, actually. That sounds yummy. Oh,
Your
here's
son
some.
only wanted bologna. Yeah. My kid will eat so many things, but then, he had to. Growing up, it was like we ate weird food because he wasn't allowed to eat anything else. So, so oh, Lisa, those are
Okay.
so pretty. So pretty.
So it's been so much fun. So much
Yep.
fun.
Yep. So, okay. Well, guys, we're going to go.
We are. We're going to say goodbye. Good night. Sleep tight. And may your
I'm,
dreams come
I'm
true.
letting you sing, dear, because that is
I'm through.
just okay.
I'm
All
through.
right. All right. Okay, guys.
Okay. Love
We'll
you
see
all. Bye
you.
bye.
I'll see y'all Tuesday or Sunday. Bye bye.